Well, live from Moore Gymnasium on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, Florida. It's time to wrap up the start of SWAC play homestand for Bethune-Cookman basketball. 6 straight games at Moore Gym come to an end as the Wildcats host the reigning SWAC regular season champion, Southern Jaguars, and look to go 3-0 over the first 2 weeks of conference play. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Turillo. Happy to have your company on the airwaves tonight, as well as the CatEye Radio Network on YouTube. Sabrina Petite-Home joins me from the desk. Sabrina, it's an exciting time to be a BCU men's basketball fan.
It's always a great time, Mike.
Yeah, we're healthy,
Yes.
We're available, we're playing a deep bench, and they're scoring in bunches and spreading out the ball.
Yes, absolutely. Super excited to see. And mind you, it's only the beginning of the season as well. So, there's only more room for growth, more room for, different things for the Wildcats to be able to access. So it's going to be definitely a great journey.
Last night, or Saturday night, we saw 4 players score in double figures. Brown Ruzon led all scores with 15. Jacoby Hetty had 12. Tyler Andrews had 12. And Quentin Hetty also had 12 points. We also saw the return or the debut in BCU colors for Doc Bradley. Even though he only played 17 minutes, he was almost unstoppable. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals. He's a walking triple-double threat if he gets more team.
Yes, absolutely, Mike. And I honestly think this is such a great addition to the Wildcats. For a big body. We need more bigger bodies. Yes, we do have a stacked team, but to have such attributes that are able to be able to run the ball down the court, be able to assist if need to, and also be there defensively wise, it's a great experience for them.
Speaking of running the ball down the floor, that's exactly what the Southern Jaguars are going to do tonight as they bring their high-paced style to Moore Gymnasium. They averaged the second most points in the conference at 81.7. They got the highest field goal percentage at 45.8, the second highest three-point percentage at 34.9, and the most steals per game at 10. So let's take a look at the keys to the game and see how the Wildcats are going to attack this Southern team.
Okay. Keys to the game, the first one goes out to our Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, is to have balanced scoring. Mike, you literally just talked about how our points last game was so spread out. We need to be able to do that again this game as well, because if not, we're going to run into Southern's defense. It can't just be one person that is on fire tonight, because as soon as Southern is able to get a whiff of that, they're going to lock and zone right in on that, and that's going to be able to lock down the entire Bethune-Cookman the whole entire Wildcats. I'm so sorry. The next one is to win the position battle. BCU has shown ability to rebound last game, so securing extra possessions will be able to help us whenever it comes to these second chance choices. That is extremely crucial as well. We also want to limit the turnovers. We saw against FAMU and against Grambling last game, we were a lead over 10 points at least. And then the other team was able to catch right back up, and that did not put us in a position where we were comfortable. We need to be able to keep them at harm's length, make sure that they're secure, safe, so that we can ensure that we get the game. We want to control the pace as well, too. When we control the tempo, everything is better. For the Southern Jaguars, Only thing I would say for them is to attack the paint. We have to be able to they have to be able to draw out the Wildcats defense that exposes the paint, because they do have a great three-point percentage, but me and Mike talked about this earlier. They don't shoot them often, which also means that they're going to try and get our bigs into foul trouble. We do not need any of our our I'm so sorry. Any of our bigs in foul trouble, especially during this game, and especially too early as well. And you also want to stay disciplined in defense. Like I said, they're also one of the best defenders in the SWAC right now, so they can fluctuate if we can continue to keep that down. So that's all I have.
The other note that I have for Southern is they have a very short bench tonight.
Yes.
Just 10 players available and 7 players ruled out through injury. That includes their top assister and top stealer, Cam Ambery, and one of their top point guards, Rondé Hill.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do want to watch out for Michael Jacobs, though. He is the key man for Southern, scoring 21.2 points per game. That is second in the conference, and he loves to attack the basket, especially after getting a missed shot or steal.
Yeah, I mean, you can compare him to Antonio Munoz with Grambling. He was a player that really loved to attack the basket, also draw in those fouls. But we shut them down. So if we're able to shut Michael Jacobs down today and keep them at arm's length, that also should be a winning point for us as well.
The other player to watch out for Southern is Malik Abdelgawad, the Egyptian national. Leads the team in three-point percentage and rebounds at 6.7 per game.
I think I have some. These are some of my strategic tips that I do have offensive-wise and defensive-wise, but we'll get to that whenever it comes to Coach's Corner.
We are just about to hit the national anthem as we are getting ready for basketball here at Bethune-Cookman. National anthem first, starting lineups after that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bethune-Cookman University Quickly Rewards and Gymnasium for today's NCAA Division I men's basketball game. Today's game features your Bethune-Cookman University Wildcats and the Southern University Jaguars. And now, we ask that you please stand as we honor America. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. First with the Jaguars, number 1, Jones.
Starting lineups being introduced by Larry Steele, our fearless leader over at 1380 WLE and voice of Moore Gymnasium. So let's run you through the starting lineups.
Let's do it
right now. For Southern, a senior forward, 6'5", 185 pounds, out of Bessemer, Alabama, and a transfer from the University of Mobile, Damari Jones. He's the team leader in blocks with 14. The man on a mission, a senior guard, 6'2", 200 pounds, from Atlanta, Georgia, and Lawson State Community College, Michael Jacobs, averaging a SWAC second best, 21.2 points per game. He was All-SWAC first team and HBCU All-American second team last season. Another starter, senior forward, 6'6", 210 pounds, A.J. Barnes. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, and a transfer from Chipola College 2 seasons ago. A sophomore guard, 6'3", 183 pounds, from Swedesboro, New Jersey. That's down in my neck of the woods. Faisal Oshiodi. He's out of Southwest Mississippi Community College. He started his first game of the season on Saturday against Florida A&M. And their final starter is a senior forward, 6'8", 230 pounds, from Lawrenceville, Georgia, and a transfer from Lamar out in Texas, Terrence Dixon Jr. He's their team leader in field goal percentage, shooting 66% from the floor. And for Bethune-Cookman, they're running out the exact same starting five as they did last game. A senior forward, 6'6", out of Chicago, Illinois, Jacoby Hetty, team leader in points and free throw percentage. Seneca Willoughby hasn't scored a field goal in the last 2 games, but he has 10 assists over the last 2 games. He moves the ball a lot. He's a 6'3" guard out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A junior forward out of Chicago, Illinois, transferred with his brother from Central Michigan, Quentin Hetty, had 12 points last time out. Daniel Ruzon led all scorers on Saturday with 15 points. He's a senior forward, 6'8", from Las Vegas, Nevada, transferred from Manhattan College 2 seasons ago. And Tyler Andrews continues in the starting lineup, shooting a ridiculous 57% from the floor and 55% from 3. This will be his 9th game of the season after starting the year with an injury. He is a senior guard, 6'6", 205, from Los Angeles, California.
Crazy, man.
There's really not much more we can say about the impact that Tyler Andrews has brought to this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's coming with something to prove, and he's been showing out every single game. You know, somebody that's been able to clean up whenever it came to threes, those pivotal moments when we needed them, and he's been doing what we need, doing what the Wildcats need. So,
Wildcats in the all-black today, gold numbers with a gold checkered stripe down the side. Southern in the light blue. Southern in white trimmed in gold on the front. Gold numbers with a white trim and a gold stripe down the sides and on the bottom of the pants. Wildcats will go left to right. Southern will go right to left here in this first half. It's Terrence Dixon against Daniel Ruzon to jump it up at center court. Southern 1-2 in the SWAC. A win over Texas Southern and then back-to-back losses to Prairie View A&M and Florida A&M. That Florida A&M loss was 67-59 on Saturday.
You could really see Dixon's height from all the way up here. You know, he really does look like he's 7'8", pushing 7 foot.
6'8", sorry, 6'8", 7'8". Get that man in the league.
Hello? It's a Wemby height right there.
We are still waiting for the game to get underway here. Looks like there might be an issue at the scorer's table. And
not with the scorers, but definitely with the
now
fans.
it's resolved. The teams are ready. The referees are ready. The ball is in the air. Well, at least it will be after we whistle and a stop again. They're trying to make sure all the players are set up correctly. Quentin Hetty's right foot was across half court. Can't do that.
Still is.
Now the ball is in the air. And we have basketball at Moore Gymnasium. Wildcats win the tip. The ball is tapped back to Jacoby Hetty, and the Wildcats go left to right, flipped up to Tyler Andrews at the midcourt stripe. Andrews looking for the curling Hetty. Will flow it over his head to Willoughby on the right wing side. Now back to Jacoby Hetty through a double team. Kicks it out right corner for Andrews, 12 on the shot clock. Andrews thinks about a 3, takes a right wing 3, and connects. He has still got fire in his hands. Tyler Andrews, 3-0 Wildcats.
Can we talk about that trap defense that Southern came out the gate with? They're not playing any games. And just like how you said before earlier, they're going to try and run the Wildcats down. Even with them having a short bench, I don't necessarily think that's a smart idea, but hey.
We already have the first foul. It's an illegal screen on Terrence Dixon.
Yeah.
As the Wildcats will get an extra possession right off the mark. And Southern didn't really go as fast as I thought they would. They kind of dribbled the ball on the top of the key a whole bunch.
They're relying
before that legal screen.
They're going to rely on their defense, Mike, for sure. That trap.
Andrews back to Hetty, and then cycled to Willoughby left-hand side. Willoughby looking for the duck into Quinton. Q has it top of the key. sizing up Jacobs, puts a shoulder into him, checks it back out to Willoughby, 7 on the shot clock. Ruzon on the right block, spins past the defender, goes up right-handed and scores the basketball. Really pretty move.
Well, it's very pretty. One thing I can definitely say, I've been saying this for the past couple games, that the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats have the best hands.
Jacobs driving in from the right-hand wing, up and under, no good, but a foul. And that's what he wants to do.
Yes.
It was really quick. You
ain't even see it. But yeah, like I was saying before, I still have my money on the Wildcats having the best hands in the SWAC, but Southern is definitely going to give them a run for their money this game.
Michael Jacobs, the senior out of Atlanta, Georgia, goes to the free throw line, a 67.8% free throw shooter. He has shot 118 free throws.
Wow.
Through 16 games this season. That tells me he just drives and gets to the line a lot.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that we need to really watch out for. Like I said, our post players, we need to be careful because they're going to try and get us out of the game or get them into foul trouble before the second half.
Jacoby Hetty picked up his first foul. Jacobs shooting on the left-hand basket. Wildcats up 5-0 after a 3 from Andrews and a layup from Ruzon. This to put Southern on the board. First shot up and no good. Clanks off the back iron. Southern head coach is Kevin Johnson, now in his 3rd season with the Jags. Led them to a regular season first place last year. Lost in the tournament first round to Jackson State. They were picked 2nd in the SWAC preseason poll behind Bethune-Cookman. So this is a battle of the top 2 teams in the preseason poll. Second free throw good by Jacobs, so it's 5-1. And now here comes the full court press. Excellent break into the front court. Here comes Jacoby Hetty. Back to Quentin. Hetty's team attacks the basket and draws the foul.
Ooh. I love how they broke that really, really fast as well, too. They knew off the gate that Southern was going to be able to press him.
Already 2 fouls on Terrence Dixon as he gave a hip check to Q as he was flying by to the rim. That was some really nifty full court offense from the Wildcats. Nice crisp passing, and Quentin Hetty got the ball with the head of steam just about 5 feet beyond the top of the arc and just motored towards the basket.
I'm actually really happy that they're getting him into foul trouble because they were going to do the same thing with us. So if we can eliminate their post players, that would ensure us to be able to drive in freely as much as we want.
First free throw good by Q. Malik Abdelgawad comes in for Southern. He's their team leader in rebounds at 6.7 per game. He's a Egyptian by birth from Cairo. Spent last season at UMass, but has traveled all around college basketball. Community College, Murray State as well.
Great defense by Tyler Andrews off the sideline.
Yeah, poked the ball out of bounds. It'll still be Southern ball on the far side. A.J. Barnes will be the trigger man. Wildcats lead 7-1, 18.5 to go first half. In the corner, here's Damari Jones. Back to Abdelgawad, top of the key. Sizing up Ruzon, going at Daniel. Floating it up with the right hand, too strong. Rebound tapped out to Willoughby. Willoughby pushing in transition. Here comes Quentin. Hetty with the left-hand layup in transition, and the Wildcats lead 9-1. Giving Southern a bit of their own medicine right there.
Southern not even waiting for the Wildcats to get back on defense. They're going
Jacobs
right
around
at
the
it.
screen, driving into a double team just inside the free throw line. Picks up his dribble, kick to the right-hand corner. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound fought for and won by Quentin Hetty, who smacks it off of Jones and out of bounds, and it'll be Wildcat ball. Nice heads-up play.
That was a really good heads-up play, but I hope he wasn't hurt. And I'm glad they didn't call that for a foul, but that was crazy, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Quentin is so sneaky and so crafty how he plays. I still go back to the game with Jacksonville. I don't know how he does it. Draws into the lane so quietly, but able to draw those fouls. It's crazy.
Quentin up to 4 first points here in the first 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
He'll get the ball and charge through the midcourt stripe again. Through a double team, lost the ball. Tapped ahead to Jones. Jones attacking the basket, got his shot rejected by Quentin Hetty. He is everywhere in the opening stages. Pass down low is intercepted by Andrews, looking for Jones on a backdoor cut. Here come the Wildcats. Jacoby driving left hand into the paint. Kick out, Tyler Andrews straight on 3. He got it!
Down. Sorry, Mike, I know I was supposed to let you know, but I wasn't expecting that crazy.
12-1 Wildcats. Timeout Southern, what a start for VCU.
Mike, this is crazy. This is a game that I honestly expected from Grambling. This type of pace is what I was expecting from Grambling, but it makes sense that I'm getting it from Southern. They are, the defending champs right now.
So Southern, now down 12-1. Do you try and change the style? Because the Wildcats have been beating them at their own game. running down the floor, beating them to the lane and getting easy layups or kick out for open looks for Tyler Andrews.
And you know what the worst part is? They're not even in a zone defense. They're on man. So if they're beating you in man, something has to change, and I think that's why their coach was able to get that timeout.
Conference play is finally here, and you don't want to miss a minute of the madness at Moore Gymnasium. Single game tickets are available now, starting at just $10. Get yours today at bcuathletics.com/tickets or call the ticket office at 386-481-2468. Student admission, of course, always free. Not a jam-packed Moore Gym tonight. The student section is jammed, but not a great attendance from the general public section here on the near side.
At the end of the day, I do think that people are still trying to get here as well.
It is a Monday after work, yeah.
And there was definitely some events that were happening it's technically our welcome back week.
Which is wild, right? Because the FAMU game was a sellout, and the students weren't even back yet.
Well, you know we always got to show out for a rivalry game.
Southern inbounding the ball on the near side, gets it in Abdelgawad. Jacobs gets it back. Jacobs trapped by the Hetty brothers on the near side. He'll reset around the Abdelgawad screen back to the top of the key. Left-hand side, Jones driving in. Jump step in the lane, left-hand layup is good. Nice move by Jones as he jump stopped and switches hands on the way up.
I can honestly say that Faisy is a great defender.
Ruzon driving, spinning, got his shot rejected from behind by Abdelgawad. Southern with the ball. Abdelgawad across midcourt, hands to Jones. Jones attacks the paint, drives into a double team, kick out, reset to Jacobs. Right-hand wing. Here's a three by Oshioti is good. A quick 5-0 run after the timeout for Southern.
I want to know what was said in that last timeout to Southern.
Faisal Oshioti hits the right wing three. Wildcats have had their lead trimmed to 12-6. Andrews dribbles around the top of the key, hands to Jacoby Hetty, and now to Seneca Willoughby. Willoughby looking for the pick and roll to Ruzon. He got double team, kick out Quinton in the corner. Andrews, 9 to shoot. Andrews almost got the ball stripped, has to reset to Quinton Hetty with 5. Quinton fakes the three, now takes the three, short, and it's rebounded by Southern. Southern has a new energy after that timeout. Jacobs around a stagger screen top of the key. Jacoby watches him duck it into Abdelgawad. He tries to go around Ruzon to the baseline right. Puts up a floater and it's good. Really tough shot by Abdelgawad. And now the Wildcats, I thought the Wildcats wanted a timeout, as it's 7 straight for Southern, and it's 12-8.
Mike, this is going to be a really good game.
Jacoby Hetty comes and receives the ball at the top. Looking for movement in front of him. Ruzon sets the screen. He goes in the middle. Jacoby Hetty lost the ball but got fouled as he was driving to the baskets.
I thought Grambling was going to be the game to test us to see if we're going to take it all the way. Then again, things can happen on the way there, but I honestly think it's going to be this game. The way that Southern is playing is in a different style than I've seen in these past two games, especially against Grambling.
The foul was on Damari Jones. Jacoby Hetty will shoot free throws after the media timeout. You love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcat sports programs. Hosted by Voice of the Wildcats, Michael Turillo, and featuring the expertise of the Wildcat Sports Information staff. Hail, Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune in to 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live, or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. There's a full slate of SWAC games on the men's side tonight. Alabama State hosting Alcorn. Prairie View hosting Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff looking to go 4-0 at the start of conference play. Bethune-Cookman obviously here against Southern. Florida A&M hosting Grambling State. Texas Southern hosting Mississippi Valley State. And Alabama A&M against Jackson State. All those games tipping off just about now. We'll get you updated numbers on each of those games throughout the evening. Wildcats 12, Southern 8. Wildcats went out on a 12-run run, then Southern called timeout and 10 points. But the Wildcats are going to the free throw line when we come back right now after this media timeout. So what changed for Southern, especially defensively, to deny the Wildcats paint access?
I think they were able to run some plays because before the timeout, they were running the same plays over again on different sides. So, you know, they would run the play off the right side and then they would run the play off the left side. But they ran, I'm still trying to figure out what play was ran because it was really quick. And it had our players confused defensive-wise because they left, I think it was Faisal wide open on the corner that was able to take that shot.
Jacoby Hetty hits his first free throw front iron and down. He's the top free throw shooter on this team by percentage at 78.2%. Was scoring over 16 points per game, but as players have gotten healthy and players have gotten back, he's kind of cut back on his scoring a little bit, still averaging 15 points. Wildcats will run some full court press now. Ball comes into Brandon Hardy, fresh into the game, and now to Oshioty to run the point against Seneca Willoughby. Oshioty gets the ball back after a paint touch. Hardy, left wing three, short, rebound Seneca.
That was the play that was running off the left side, so they're going back to the first play they ran when they started the game.
Cats up 14-8 with the basketball. Going left to right, Seneca Willoughby on the left wing side. Looking for a back screen from Ruzon. There's a log jam at the paint, and finally Hetty comes up to get the ball with 13 on the shot clock. Hetty goes left, ducks it down to
Nice.
Ruzon. Ruzon looking for the backdoor cut to Quentin Hetty for the layup. Excellent job by Quentin to run the baseline and get the easy one. Quentin Hetty up to 6 points already. Jacobs, who only has 2 points so far, averaging 21 per game, and his 2 points so far from the free throw line. Hands back to Jones, heels on the logo. Now left side to Hardy, guarded by Q. Hardy looking for the duck in, it's not there, it'll reset, and then Oshioty will drive the lane, step back, three on the way. Oh, that was NBA distance three from Faisal Oshioty. He's got 2 threes here early on.
Right back into defense. One of their best defenders that they have, my opinion, that they've had lately.
Quentin Hetty at the free throw line to his brother for a pull-up jumper from 15 feet straight on, and he got it.
Right there, you got to keep up with these plays that the Wildcats are running, because if you don't focus, it's going to blow right by you.
Jacobs ices the screen from Abdelgawad, top of the key, takes a fadeaway three, too strong. Abdelgawad tries to tap a rebound back. Andrews sees it go off his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with Southern. 18-11, Wildcats lead with 14:04 to go here in the first half. And Joe Manning, the team leader in free throw percentage at 84%, comes in for Southern. He'll be the trigger man on this baseline in. They get a fresh 20 seconds to Southern. Hand off, Jacobs on the low block to the left-hand side.
Got him.
Jacobs trying to get around Andrews.
That's a travel.
Kick out, Oshioty, he's hit 2 threes already. He's double teamed, drives left, step back, long two, clangs out, and ahead to Seneca Willoughby on the rebound.
You could tell that that's his little spot right there.
Willoughby looking to drive, kick out Ruzon. He tries a straight-on three. It's his first three of the season. It's hit by Daniel Ruzon. 21-11, Wildcats with their largest lead of the night at 27.
I think he just wanted to make it sure, like, just because I don't shoot.
Jacobs, left-hand baseline against Andrews. Whew, I think they got to get somebody else other than Tyler Andrews on him, because that was way too easy for Michael Jacobs to lay it up here. 21-13, Wildcats on top. Defender falls down. Seneca top of the key. Left-hand corner for Q. Back to Andrews on the wing. And a reset to Seneca. Seneca, straight on. A drive is denied. And a reset to Hetty. Jacoby Hetty tries to drive left against Jones, all the way in. Layup, good! And he ends up with the cheerleaders behind the play. He's got to get back, as Southern has a 5-on-4 right now.
Yeah.
Jacobs trying to take advantage, almost got stripped from behind by Seneca. It comes straight to Abdelgawad. He works inside, and he draws a reach-in foul against Daniel Ruzon. That'll be Ruzon's first. Nice hands by Seneca to try to poke that away from Jacobs when his back was turned, but unfortunately it rolled right to Abdelgawad.
Yeah, I think the second time that he was trying to reach in, he kind of slapped it a little bit, whereas in the first time he was really poking, and that's really what you can do. As soon as that hand starts to slap in, that's a foul, y'all.
Yeah, you got to call it every time.
Yeah.
Wildcats by 10, 23-13. This is going to be a baseline in for Southern. Basket that they attacked to listeners left. That wasn't a shooting foul. It comes into Abdelgawad under the basket, guarded by Ariel Bland, who's just checked in. Kick out, right wing three, good for Joe Manning. My goodness. 3 of 6 on threes for Southern here in the early going. And the threes are what's keeping them in it right now at 23-16.
I did say that earlier when we were talking about our keys to the game, that it might have been, you know, a 3-point game, because they're not going to try and attack the post. If they are smart enough, they would. But.
They are second in the conference at shooting the threes at 34%, Southern. Quentin Hetty down low, kick out. A layup is rejected by Quentin Hetty, who was tracking back. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Jacoby all the way. Daniel Ruzon just hit his first three-pointer of the season. He was 0 for 10 before he hit that one earlier.
So glad.
Southern with the basketball down 23-16 with Arterio and Doc now checking in. Arterio will guard Jacobs. Top of the key, here's Abdelgawad, guarded by Bland. Tries to go right against Bland. That's a push-off offensive foul on Abdelgawad as he tried to get around Ariel Bland. That's 3 by my count. Offensive fouls in the game, 2 on Southern, 1 on the Wildcats.
And you can start to see the frustration off of them.
Shot clock didn't reset, so the Wildcats will have to inbound the ball again. Doc, you got to go back. He walked all the way into the front court.
See, it's starting to fill up on our side now.
Yep. I just think it's students who I don't have anywhere to go on the student side of on the front. They're walking in. They're wiping the floor down on the Wildcats side. This is the last of a 3-game homestand to begin the conference season for the Wildcats. Beat Florida A&M 87-83. Beat Southern 74-65, and now Southern. They'll go on the road against Mississippi Valley State and Arkansas Pine Bluff coming up next weekend. Wildcats finally get it in. Now Tyler Andrews will control the point. Handoff left-hand side, Jacoby. Now Arterio with a weave action. Doc will continue it. Morris looking for a screen from Bland. Goes back to Doc. 15 on the shot clock. Andrews, left wing, 3 off a catch and shoot. Air ball. Abdelgawad the rebound and a chance to cut it to 1 possession for Southern here.
Yeah.
Jacobs around the stagger screen out high. Switched onto by Bland, gets all the way in. Layup no good, but a foul is going to be called on Bland.
Okay, I'm starting to see what coach is trying to do. If I'm not mistaken, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to hear your input on this. Do you think the starting spaces that he puts in are his most offensive positive team players that they have?
I think so.
And then the second team is his defensive players.
Perhaps. I mean, you got the preseason conference defensive player of the year in Dr. Bradley, right?
And then you also have Ariel as well, who's really, really great defensive-wise, you know? Because I often wonder why Ariel and Ruzian are not in at the same time, but it starts to make sense when I start to see it on this spectrum.
Immediate timeout with the Wildcats up 23-16. They've led by as many as 11, but Southern has battled back with some good three-point shooting. 50%, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc by Southern, 2 of them hit by timeout. Conference play is here, and now is the time to secure your tickets to see Bethune tickets today. Let me get the read right. It's bcuathletics.com/tickets. We knew Southern was going to be good offensively and put up a ton of points.
Yeah, and I think what we do is really just to make sure that, you know, we keep our pace and keep them at arm's length. Right now it's getting really close because they're catching back up. I really want to know what Coach said at that first time out that was able to.
We'll step to the free throw line. 1 of 2 his first trip.
I'm going to see how many times he goes there. So far, this is his second time, if I'm not mistaken.
Had 20 points against Florida A&M on and was 9 of 13 from the free throw line. First free throw is good. It bounced about 4 times off the heel of the rim and then fell in.
But did you say front rim to back rim?
To back rim, to back rim, to back rim, to back rim, and then down, yes. Here comes the second one from Jacobs. Scored over 1,000 points in 2 years at Lawson State Community College. This the second free throw, rebound by Tyler Andrews. Let's see what this second unit for the Wildcats can do offensively. Andrews to Jacoby Hetty on a weave action, top of the key, forced way outside by pressure defense. Outside Doc in the corner, Andrews. He's double teamed, back to Doc. Wildcats haven't got the ball inside the three-point line yet on this possession, 10 to shoot. Arterio Morris being aggressed on by McGee. Doc with 7 to shoot. Doc tried to split a double team, lost the handle. Got it back, 3 to shoot, now lost it again. And ahead it goes for an open lane for McGee, layup good. Southern is really pressuring the Wildcats top of the key, preventing the ball from going inside the free throw line.
They push their bigs to the top and have their...
And the paint got a foul called. They'll go back to the free throw line. Wildcats all over them now. Offensively can't...
See is very unique is that they're able to pull their bigs from the post to the top of the key and have their guards on the bottom of the key. So that stops the entryway. And if it does go through the entryway, they have their guards that are really good.
Floor, the Wildcats have turned the ball over. Jacobs misses his first free throw. The only reason Southern's not winning right now.
Yeah.
Jones comes back in for Southern.
I think the Wildcats need to figure out what exactly is not working and what exactly is not working fast.
Wildcats have led by as many as currently 23-19. This to make it a led the team in scoring last year. Michael Jacobs, 11.3 points per game. Got the 23-20. 3-point game. Wildcats 5 from the floor, but have not attempted a shot and have turned the ball over the last 3 times down the floor. Here's Arterio Morris with the ball. Handoff. Jacoby Hetty then gets it back. Morris double teams.
Wide open on the bottom.
Missed the wide open pass to the bottom. Morris to Doc on the outside in the corner. Jacoby Hetty tries the 3, misses it. Ariel Bland tried the putback dunk, only succeeded in tapping it back to the corner for Andrews. Now Arterio tries to drive, got in the paint, puts up a right-hand floater. No good. Rebound Southern. Shots on the possession. It's short, but Along gets a foul called on Bland, and that's going to be one. It's short, but Along gets a foul called on Bland, and that's going to be Ariel's second. Ariel's second.
Did not like that call, but at the same, so we
youth national teams, including getting 3rd place in the 2020 Under-18 African Championship.
Wow.
Internet is the Under-18 African Championship.
Wow.
The internet is not good in this building, and we are not in our normal broadcast position, and we're not hard-lined in, so apologies for that. Both made by Abdelgawad. 23-22. Southern has not led in the ball game and are now just down by 1 after being down by 11 earlier in the first. No, a jump ball was called on the block. Unbelievable, and Southern has the possession arrow. Of the game here. Jacobs, guarded by Morris. On the right side, Barnes in the corner. Down low, Abdelgawad. Layup, no good. Flying in for the rebound is Bradley. Dr. Bradley ahead to Jacoby Hetty in the right-hand corner. On the baseline, here's Bland. Bland throws it cross court, extra pass. Jordan Johnson, a 3 from the left wing side. Clanks off the iron, no good. This is against Jordan Johnson's old team. Jacobs driving left baseline all the way in, no good, no foul. Wild rebound comes right to Abdelgawad, who lays it in, and Southern takes a 24-23 lead, and I think Bethune-Cookman's gonna call timeout. No, it was just a substitution. Daniel Ruzon's going to come in for Ariel Bland.
Yeah.
I think the Wildcats need to put all their starters back in.
Yeah.
Because ever since they've taken the starters out, Seneca and Tyler Andrews and Daniel Ruzon, they've just got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing offensively.
Honestly, though, they're just drawing the play around, I don't want to butcher his name.
Abdelgawad, yeah.
Yes, they're drawing the ball to him, and he's open every time. It was kind of mixed match against Ariel and him.
Jacoby Hetty, top of the key, horn set, around the screen, back to Arterio Morris, fakes the 3 on the up fake, now uses the dribble, goes left, takes a long 2, makes it. Wildcats finally the slide and lead 25-24. Quickly into the front court for Damari Jones on the right wing side. Abdelgawad top of the key, guarded by Ruzon. Payne is open, but he chooses to go back to Manning. Manning now drives, switched on to down low, turn the ball over. Jacoby Hetty, running. Johnson a left-hand drive. He goes all the way and got his shot denied by Damari Jones. Southern really strong in the paint defensively. Jacobs, top of the key, fakes the 3, goes right. This is Barnes. Barnes picks up his dribble. Abdelgawad on the baseline, picks up for a long 2, clanks out. Doc Bradley another rebound. Bradley attacks all the way in, left-hand layup, got it. Just went right around Damari Jones. 27-24, Wildcats in the lead. Jacobs around the screen from Malik, pulls up for a mid-range jumper, no good. Wildcats push the pace. Here comes Dr. Bradley. Bradley got the ball ripped away from him, but they're gonna say illegally by Damari.
Uh-oh, they got Fazy. Coming right back in as well, and he's one of their best defenders on Southern.
Yeah. Oshiote has 6 points on 2 of 2 from beyond the 3-point arc. 27-24 Wildcats at the 7:33 mark here in the first half. Hosts Alcorn State at 7 p.m. And then it's a doubleheader on Saturday, January 24th against Jackson State beginning at 3 p.m. Student admission is always free. Get your tickets today at bcuathletics.com/tickets. Watch every moment for free live on YouTube at youtube.com/CatEye Network, or you could listen at bcuathletics.com/radio. So the Wildcats, who have led by as many as 11 here in this first half, Sabrina, lead by just 3. And I think the Wildcats have figured out how they're going to have to play this on offense, which is play Southern's game. Go lightning speed off of misses.
And honestly, make sure that we're watching out for fouls, because I think they've realized that the only way they're going to be able to get the points up is through there. And then they...
Quick around the SWAC. It's Arkansas Pine Bluff 25, Prairie View 25. 3 minutes to go first half there. Grambling State and Southern and Jackson State and Alabama A&M don't start for another 20 minutes. With his fast-paced, Dr. Bradley goes all the way in. Right-hand layup on the left-hand side is good. He split a double team at the top of key to get there. Bradley's got 4 straight for the 24.
Heating up. We saw earlier as well, too, Tyler Andrews is on fire, and their defense was able to zone in through them.
A kick from have it. 7:15 to go first half. 29-24, Wildcats with the lead. 6 each for Hetty, and Andrews, and 4 for Doc are the top scorers for the Wildcats. Top of the key. Here is Damari Wiltz.
Watch the baseline.
Hand off to McGee, and then back to Wiltz, who's only playing in his second game of the season. Wiltz around the screen, looks for the pick and roll. Finds it to Faisal. Oshiotti misses a runner in the lane. Wildcats in transition. Thrown to Doc underneath the basket, thrown a little bit behind him, and it's turned over by Arterio. Arterio Morris tried to rip the ball away, goes down low in transition, and the foul is called.
Goodness, that was a travel.
As Abdelgawad was flashing through the lane.
That was a travel. His hands oh, okay.
Jordan Johnson picks up his first foul. So free throws for Abdelgawad. Missed it. Missed the 1-and-1. Here comes Dr. Bradley controlling for the Wildcats. He has the Cats' last 4. They lead at 29-24 with 6:38 to go first half. Morris has the ball poked in his hands by Wiltz. Gets it back. Heels on the logo at midcourt. Walks to the top of the key, finds Doc on the left-hand wing. 11 to shoot.
Woo!
Doc, spin move. Lawrence Dixon Jr., I believe that's his second foul. Nope, they're going to get Ashton McGee for the foul. That's his first. Wildcats, before their recent run to get to 29, they had been scoreless for over 3 minutes and had let Southern go on a 9-0 run. But now the Wildcats are back trading bucket for bucket. Doc, who scored the last 4, tried to go through a double team, lost the ball, still loose on the ground. It's a scramble, it's a jump ball, and the Wildcats have the possession arrow. And I think Doc is trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Yeah, just keep it simple. But at the same time, though, as well, I think the only reason is because he's trying to get between those, between the players itself. It's kind of a stoppage there.
Jordan Johnson controls off the inbounds play, hands to Tyler Andrews. Andrews to Arterio Morris, still way outside.
Arterio.
Wiltz goes coast to coast, has to Abdelgawad. He got his shot rejected by Ruzon, got it right back, right-hand layup, no good. Another layup, no good. And Ruzon still can't control a rebound. Controlled by Soto underneath by McGee. Wow, unbelievable. 5 attempts for Southern, and finally a foul is called. The Wildcats just could not get a rebound. It couldn't have been on Ruzon.
Yeah. I
can't believe it. The Wildcats had 5 chances to get a rebound there and just...
And it was in his hand. It was absolutely in his hand, but at the same time, though...
So Abdelgawad, who's been at the line a ton. Southern's been at the line a ton in this first half. He's 3 for 5 from the charity stripe. He's going to go up for 2 more now to make this a 1-possession game. First one good. That breaks a 3-minute scoreless streak for Southern and a 6-0 Wildcat run. as 3 changes come in for Southern. Jacobs comes back in, McGee and Manning all come back in for Southern. Abdelgawad leans in and flicks up his second free throw. One man is all the way out there pressing Arterio Morris for this inbounds. Everybody else is in a 4-flat. Bradley sizing up the defense, gets to the left baseline and got fouled by Damari Jones. That'll be the second on Jones.
It works, don't.
7th foul on Southern. Bradley only went to the line for 3 shots on Saturday in his season debut. Made all 3 of them. That's his first miss of the season as he misses it short. A.J. Barnes comes back in for the Jags. Wildcats lead at 29-26. Here's the second. Wow, they gave him a shooting foul for that. I'm surprised. I thought that was a 1.
Yep.
I did that. I have to go first half. McGee, rebound, boxing out is Doc, and he got barreled into by McGee, and that's a foul.
I was about to say, if they didn't call the foul, I know something, Mike.
I want to, because the game is going so fast, I want to give Daniel Ruzon, the game is going so fast, I want to give Daniel Ruzon credit for blocking that 3-point attempt by Barnes. Dr. Bradley 1 and 1 after he got fouled trying to get a rebound. That foul was on Wildcats lead. The ball controlled Wildcats lead. The ball controlled by Joe Manning for Southern. Manning. Cut to Jacobs, well guarded by Morris. Now Jacobs against Morris, goes around him, gets to the free throw line, kick out to Manning. Manning against Johnson is rim. It falls. They go to the line for 3 shots for a shooting Saturday. Also line for 3 shots for a shooting Saturday. Also committed a 3-point penalty.
Yeah.
By free throws for Joe Manning. First one. Seneca Willoughby doesn't have a shot attempt but has 3 rebounds. Seneca Willoughby doesn't have a shot attempt but has 3 rebounds and 2 assists here in this first half.
You know, if he's not showing up offensively.
29. Wildcats cannot get away from Southern here late in the first half. 4:45 to go in the opening frame. Willoughby controls the ball. Calls a 6 from 3 on Saturday, and he's 3 out of 4 tonight. 3 on Saturday, and he's 3 out of 4 tonight. Here's a mid-range jumper. Here's a mid-range jumper. Misses everything, and it goes out of bounds. That was Joe Manning. Everything, and it goes out of bounds. That was Joe Manning.
Daniel and I butchered his last name again.
Abdelgawad. Him on the baseline, trying to get somewhere to go with the basketball. He goes to Morris in the left-hand corner. Morris uses his dribble against Jacobs, down low. Ruzon 10 to shoot. Ruzon against Abdelgawad. Ruzon attacks him, gets in, flips it to Quentin Hetty, who got fouled as he went up, and that should be the 3rd foul on Ashton McGee. I'm out. Wildcats.
I don't want to say the worst thing, but the thing that really was Southern
on radio call.
That really was Southern
on radio call of every Wildcat home game and select road games. Wildcats 35, Southern 29. Wildcats 35, Southern 29. Tyler Andrews 9 points. Both Headies have 6. Doc ball over a couple times. I think Coach got in his ear and said, "Hey man,
calm down.
Calm down. You got to move the ball.
Get it there."
We are at our best when everybody gets the rock.
And it makes sense though. They
at our best when everybody gets the rock.
And it makes sense though. They don't know who to zone in on, if that makes sense. You know, if it was just a 1-person game, the defense would have locked in on them and we would have crumbled.
Yep. Reggie Theus has got the whiteboard out. He's talking to his team. Now in his 5th season at the head of Bethune-Cookman, have just improved every season at the head of Bethune-Cookman, have just improved every year.
Yeah.
Only won 9. '17, as well as getting to the semifinals in the SWAC tournament each of the last 2 years.
Yes.
as well as getting to the semifinals in the SWAC tournament each of the last 2 years.
Yes.
This is a shooting. It's been a tough year for Southern. I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 7 players out with injury today.
Yeah.
Wildcats lead, 3:40 to go. The ball controlled by Joe Manning for the Jaguars, dressed in the all light blue, Wildcats in the all black. Manning, 3, fakes it, now drives in, gets in the paint, left-hand layup, too strong. Wild rebound, grabbed by Orterio Morris. Morris looking to push the pace. Andrews steps into a transition 3 from the right wing side, no good.
It was off.
And rebound by Jacobs.
He lost his foot in there.
He didn't have a chance to set his feet
Yeah.
as he was flying down the floor. Michael Jacobs sizing up Quentin Hetty, goes straight at him. Hetty stands strong and forces him back. 3:05 to go in the first half. Jacobs around Hetty to the baseline, throws it up good, and the foul from the baseline with a right-hand push shot. Oh boy. Michael
I haven't
Jacobs.
seen him get this one up. I don't want to say emotional because it's not emotional, but so passionate. He's usually one of the silent killers. So for him to say something, it must have had.
Yeah, Michael Jacobs up to 6. He averages 21 a night. The Wildcats have been doing okay on him so far.
Yeah.
This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line. He's 2 for 4 on the evening, Michael Jacobs.
Well, hold on. Let me put it down on my tally. That's 4, right? He's been to the line.
Yeah, 4 times. The 3rd time he's been to the line. This will be an and 1 opportunity to put Southern once again within a possession. It is good, 36-32. 2:59 to go first half. Every time the Wildcats have a punch, the Jags have a counterpunch.
Going to respond. It's really going to be who has the best defense and who makes the least mistakes.
Seneca Willoughby passes out of a triple team, shovel to the corner. 3 on the way from Jacoby Hetty in the left-hand corner, and it's raining threes at Moore Gymnasium. Woo! 5 in the first half for the Cats.
Was able to give him some time to really set his feet.
Jacobs around the Abdel Gawad screen. Switched on to by Ruzon. Spins past Ruzon. Bucket is good. Wow.
That was a nice spin move.
That's what he does. He just charges to the rim.
And I saw as soon as they had that pick, he found that entryway, took it right to where it needed to be.
5-point lead for the Cats, 39-34. Here's a heat check left-hand 3. No good. Rebound, Malik. That was just no passes on that possession.
No,
just
none at all.
Jacoby Hetty just decided I wanted to take it myself. Abdel Gawad, backdoor pass. Jacobs underneath, lost the handle. It goes out of bounds. Wildcat ball.
Yep.
It'll go off Jacobs' foot. Wildcats got a little.
Gonna review it?
Wildcats got a little lucky there.
Yes, they did.
No, so the game clock on the left-hand basket
Oh, it's out.
is halfway out. It's showing the seconds,
Yeah.
but not the minutes. There's 2:03 to go, so it just says 03. And I think because of legal reasons with the rule book,
Yeah.
they have to either turn both of them off or turn only one of them completely off. I'm
Okay.
not sure how that works. But we will play on here with only half the game clock working on the left-hand side. 2 minutes to go first half. Wildcats up 39-34 and have the ball. Morris against the double team. Goes to the left-hand corner for Jacoby Hetty. Foul on an up fake, and he will get 3 free throws as Oshioti
That was a good
contacted
one.
his arm. Now that's, I'm gonna say it, that's a James Harden type
It really
play.
was. I was just about to say, and I'm glad you said it before me. But it was well needed. You know, you have to keep him at arm's length. So at this point, anything works.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That was a James
for
Harden
sure.
up fake foul bait kind of play.
And that's why I
and
yelled like
3
that.
shots now for Jacoby Hetty. Now a senior from Chicago, was here 2 years ago, averaged 15.4 points and led the Wildcats to the semifinals of the SWAC tournament that beat Southern, funnily enough, for their first ever SWAC tournament win.
Now, I know that I literally just said that this game is going to be
2 for 2.
Going to those who make the least mistakes, but it also is going to be the one who comes out with the most energy after the second half.
Well, and the Wildcats have turned the ball 7 times. Southern only 5 times here this first half.
It's close, unlike my Eagles.
And 3 for 3 from the charity stripe is Jacoby Hetty, and it's 42-34. Here comes Michael Jacobs. He's got the last 5 points for Southern all by himself.
Double
Abdel
pick.
Gawad, top of the key. Jacobs Around the Abdel Gawad screen, he got double teamed, finds the open man in the corner, is Brandon Hardy. Hardy against Andrews, gets in on Andrews, all the way in, lost the ball, got it back just inside the free throw line, puts up a right-hand hook shot, it hangs on the rim and falls in.
That was lucky.
This went up and under Tyler Andrews. I have a point about Tyler Andrews I'll make once we get a chance.
Yeah.
42-36, Wildcats with the lead. Morris around the Bland screen, spins past Malik, floater in the lane, no good. Got his own miss, puts it back up and in.
He just took that move from Jacobs. He literally did this. Jacobs did the same thing down there. I love it.
Is that an anything you can do, I can do better kind of thing?
Exactly.
Jacobs shovels the corner. Faisal a three. That's his first miss from three downtown for Faisal Oshiote. Wildcats will slow it up as Reggie Theus whistles to call a play. 49 seconds to go. If the Wildcats go quick, they could get a 2-for-1 here, but it looks like they're going to play it slow. Morris with 15 on the shot clock, goes around Oshiote. Euro step in the paint, kick out, extra pass into the corner. Andrews a three, too strong. Ball on the ground. Seneca Willoughby can't corral it, and it comes to Hardy. Southern now with 1 second difference, shot clock to Gamecock. Jacobs doesn't care, he drives all the way in, kicks to the corner. Hardy a left-hand three, no good. Rebound, Wildcats, 21 seconds left. They can hold for the final shot. Petty shovels back to Seneca, back to Jacoby in the corner. Left-hand three, in and out. Bland, offensive rebound, kick out. Another three attempt for Jacoby, no good again. 8 seconds left to go here in the first half. Now Southern gonna have the final shot. Jacobs into the front court, splits a double team, puts up a push shot at the horn, no good. What a crazy last minute of play. Nobody playing with any sort of discipline. I feel okay with calling both teams out right there, because both teams had the opportunity to go 2-for-1 at the end of the half, and both just rushed. And I gotta say, that's unlucky for Jacoby Hetty. He had three great chances to hit a corner three on that last possession, missed all three of them.
But also, it took me a lot for me not to say nothing during that play, but also want to go through. I think they were also, I can't get my words together, that timing as well, too. They were trying to get everything placed.
We're going to take a break at the halftime interval. It's Bethune-Cookman 44, Southern 36. Wildcats with the lead for the third straight game. Can they hold it, though? They've had trouble closing games out here in the start of SWAC play. 44-36 your score. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's the first half statistical recap. We'll go around the SWAC, and Sabrina will have her whiteboard out for her coach's corner. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman University basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at Moore Gymnasium, it's halftime here between the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Southern University Jaguars. Michael Turillo, Sabrina Petit-Home here on the CatEye Radio Network, bringing you all the action. Let's first get you through the first half stats for Southern, who trail 36-44. The score is 44-36 Bethune-Cookman. Jacobs and Abdelgawad, their two top players and their two top scorers. They both have 9 points. Jacobs shooting just 3 of 8 from the floor, but has gone to the free throw line a ton. So has Abdelgawad, just 2 of 7 from the floor, but 5 of 7 from the free throw line, and 1 point from a double-double already, as he's got 9 points and 10 rebounds. Oshiodi has 6, Manning has 6, Jones, McGee, and Hardy each have 2. For the Wildcats, Jacoby Hetty leads all scorers with 12 first half points, including a perfect 5 for 5 at the free throw line and a 3. Tyler Andrews, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. He's got 9 points and a rebound and a steal. Quentin Eddy has 7, including 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Morris has 6. Ruzan and Bradley both have 5. Team stats look like this. Bethune-Cookman out rebounding Southern 22-20, but Southern, due to a late flurry of offensive rebounds, is out rebounding Bethune-Cookman 77-4 on the offensive glass. Second chance points in favor of the Jags, 6-2. Just 2 second chance points in the first half for the Wildcats. 8 assists to 3 from Bethune-Cookman. They're sharing the ball well. Wildcats have turned the ball over 7 times, Southern 5 times. Points off turnovers, 8 for Bethune-Cookman, 3 for Southern. So the Wildcats are doing a good job of getting back on defense when they turn the ball over, only committing 3 points off turnovers off of 7 turnovers. Fast break points in favor of the Wildcats, 6-2. Blocks in favor of the Wildcats, 6-1. And steals in favor of Southern, 6-2. Points in the paint in favor of Bethune-Cookman, 16-12. Shooting splits look like this. The Wildcats, 50% from the floor in the first half, 15 of 30. 35% from 3, 5 of 14. 3 of those 5 threes from Tyler Andrews, 9 of 12, 75% at the free throw line. For Southern, 32% from the floor, 11 of 34, 3 out of 10 for 30% from 3. Where they're really staying in the game, Sabrina, is free throws. 11 out of 15 on free throws for the Jags in the first half. And I think that's a symptom of how aggressive they are at trying to drive into the paint.
I agree. Honestly, the Wildcats have been doing such a great job. But I already stated this earlier before. The person who wins, well, the team that wins this game is going to be the team that makes the least mistakes. Because both teams offensively have been doing well as well, but they both team defensively has been doing good. The Wildcats have been able to break their defense, so you already can imagine that coming out of this halftime, that Southern is definitely going to tighten it up to figure out how they can stop it. They already know that Tyler is going to be this top shooter. So if they put him out there, they're going to trap them aggressively if he gets to that line. They already
No, but one thing about Tyler Andrews, and I said I had an anecdote here at the end of the first half here, this matchup specifically, because he's not doing a great job of turning his hips and preventing those.
You know what I mean? Like the defensive team that comes in right after, but that's also a liability as well, because you know once they come in with defense, but at the same time we need to be able to hold on tight and take it, keep them arm's length away so they don't catch up. And I know defensive-wise that'll give them a chance to do so.
1 minute to go until the second half gets underway. Bethune-Cookman 44, Southern 36. We knew this was going to be a high-scoring game, didn't we? Let's take a quick look around the SWAC. Just underway in the second half. 39 right now. Alabama State looking like they're going to go 2-1 in conference play. Prairie View 44, Arkansas Pine Bluff 41. Arkansas Pine Bluff looking to stay perfect, 4-0 in conference play. Prairie View now at 47-41 as they just. I was looking at the stats.
Yeah.
Grambling State and Florida A&M must have started by now.
Yeah.
Their live stats are not pushing, so I can't see the score there. And Mississippi Valley State is trailing 13-4 against Texas Southern. That game just underway. He wants to score the ball in Huntsville, Alabama. It's 4-4 after 5 minutes between Alabama A&M and Jackson State. That's your quick look around the SWAC here as we wrap up week 2 of conference play. Action. Faisal Oshiodi starts with the basketball, and here we go. Oshioty working on Jacoby Hetty out high. Swings it right side to Barnes, guarded by Andrews. Barnes across to Abdelgawad. Abdelgawad looking for the backdoor cut as he stands top of the key. Dribbles against Ruzon. Hands off Jacobs, 9 to shoot. Jacobs switched onto by Quentin Hetty. Here comes the switch. Jacobs drives in. Off balance shot. No good. Rebound to Seneca Willoughby.
Right into his hands.
Seneca pushing the pace. Stops right before the free throw line. Goes left corner. Bullet pass down low to Q. Left hand layup.
Nice.
Good. Through a double team. Quentin Hetty. And a nice pass as well by Tyler Andrews for the assist.
No, Jacoby was
Cutting pass with Southern after it was read well and tapped out of bounds by.
Three-point line every single time. But here's the thing, both of them doesn't switch. It's either one or the other, and they push off to the other side.
Baseline in for the Jags, down by 10, 46-36. In the corner, Oshioty had the ball poked away from him on the inbounds by Jacoby. Bench near the corner. Less than 1 minute gone by second half. Bethune-Cookman 46, Southern 36. Wildcats are going to remain undefeated in conference play and go 3-0 through the first 2 weeks. Jacobs on the right wing side, guarded by Q, switched onto by Daniel Ruzon. Forced all the way back out. Jacobs, left-hand drive, kick to Oshioty for a left wing three. Rattles in and out. Oh, foul is whistled, and it's going to go against Bethune-Cookman. It's going to go against Quentin Hetty on the rebound.
I didn't even see anything.
And Coach Theus is not happy. So an extra possession here for Southern after a three from the left wing by Oshioty circled the ball about 3 times before falling out. Jacobs triggers, gets it into Jones down low against Q, goes right up against him and scores with a left-hand hook shot, for Damari Jones. Wildcats will slow it down with Quentin Hetty controlling. Hetty goes right against Jones. Back to the top for Seneca. On an elevator screen, finds Andrews, and now Ruzon on the top of the key. Weave action for Jacoby Hetty. Hetty goes right around the screen, spinning at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Seneca, 8 to shoot. Willoughby to Ruzon, 4, 3. Seneca got a hoist from the left-hand wing, no good. Offensive rebound for Jacoby Hetty.
Yeah.
Ruzon drives in on Malik, got the ball ripped away from him, out of his hands by Damari Jones, and here comes Southern. Jacobs, down low, Malik, no good on a layup. He wants for a foul, won't get it. Quick outlet pass. Here comes the lob. Oh, it was Hetty to Hetty, and the pass was behind Quentin, and he couldn't complete the layup. Here comes Jacobs, 5-on-4, kick to the corner. Open look for Oshioty for 3. Short, offensive rebound, kick to the corner. Open look for Oshioty for 3. Short, offensive rebound for Southern's Jones. Put back good. 4-0 swing. Right, all the way in. Layup short. Good defense by Ruzon. 46-40, Wildcats the lead in the basketball. Jacoby Hetty steps into a long 3. Got it! Seneca Willoughby, that's his first field goal in the last 3 games. Nobody covered him down the floor, and he just walked into it. 49-40, the Wildcats have hit 6 threes in the contest.
Pinch.
Driving in Jacobs with the Euro, got the foul on. So that's the first, and Bradley, the better defensive players.
Defensive player, but I'm glad it wasn't like a full bench or so we'll still be able to keep the offensive and the defensive balance.
49-40 before these free throws for Michael Jacobs. He went to the free throw line 5 times in the first half, went 3 for 5, now 4 for 6 as he puts one in. Manning is going to come back in for Southern. He's got those, as you like to call them, sticky fingers on defense. He'll defend the point. Well, if it wasn't a sellout at the start of the game, it certainly is now. It's a packed house at Moore Gym with 16:33 to go. Wildcats by 8, and the second free throw coming for the second leading scorer in the conference, Michael Jacobs. It's good, and Jacobs is up to 11 points. Damari Wiltz is going to check in for Southern. He only played his first game of the season on Saturday against Florida A&M, Wiltz. Ontario Morris against the full court pressure by Wiltz. Got the ball poked away from him. Wiltz is on the floor. The ball goes out of bounds on the baseline, and it's Southern ball. Damari Wiltz with the extreme pressure defense. And Ontario Morris puts his hand up and says, my bad. The Wildcats got to recover and get back on defense again. You said who's going to make the fewest mistakes. That's a big one right there. Inbound underneath to Jones, layup missed, too strong. Ruzon rips down the board over Wiltz. Outlet pass to Doc. Bradley with a head of steam, extra pass down low, and it's a jam for Jacoby Hetty on a backdoor.
I saw a whistle that was...
No, tell me he didn't get a technical for hanging on the rim.
Did he get a taunting foul?
He got a technical for hanging on the rim. Unbelievable.
I know it. He shook it a little bit more than usual.
Wow. Jacoby Hetty was wide open in the dunker spot, and he cashed in on a nice pass from Dr. Bradley after he drew a double team. And now it's shots of the ball for Joe Manning. That is ridiculous. First one of the miss. And listen to this place.
I love our gymnasium. Oh, man.
Crazy. So the free throw was missed on the technical foul, and now Southern's going to get the basketball. 51-42, Wildcats by 9. Jacoby Hetty with a game-high 14 on 50% from the floor right now.
Wow. Make sure everybody is on the court. Oh, sorry, guys.
Wildcats will play some full court press here and then back off after the ball comes in to Manning. Manning tries to blow by Jacoby Hetty. Now he's pressured. Down low it goes, wide open for a layup. It's missed by Barnes. He got his own miss, and no foul on the putback. A third opportunity is cashed in by Abdel Gawad. Another crazy chain of offensive rebounds for Southern. The Wildcats cannot get a look under the basket sometimes.
Mike, I said those second chance points are going to be the reason why Southern is going
12-2 in second chance points in favor of the Jags in this game. Ontario Morris, right wing three off a skip pass, short. That's not his game. I'm not sure why he's taking that three.
Just a step in, it probably would have been. Damn.
And a reach-in foul going to be called against Ontario Morris. And Ariel Bland and Seneca Willoughby are going to come in the game. And Ontario is saying, hey, don't take me out, don't take me out. But you've been the liability right now, man, in the last couple of minutes. You took a bad shot, you turned the ball over, and you missed a couple of rebounds. It's the media timeout, but and Jacoby Hetty is protesting vociferously against the referees for that technical foul. I mean, they can't change it now.
Yeah, that's not it now.
So once again, Bethune-Cookman cannot get away, being outscored by Southern in this second half, 8-7.
Yeah.
And they are up 51-44 at this first media timeout of the second half. Follow the Cats like never before and listen to every CatEye Network broadcast live for free. Just head to bcuathletics.com/radio on your computer or mobile device to hear the hometown call of every Wildcat home game and select road games for free. Don't miss a second of the action. That's bcuathletics.com/radio. So the Wildcats have been outscored in this second half by Southern, as they have been in their last two games. They got outscored by Grambling on Saturday and last week against Florida A&M after strong first halves.
But Mike, it's too many mistakes. That's the only thing right now that I can say for the Wildcats. I think they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves, and they need to slow down, regroup, and figure out what's going to be able to work for them, because these mistakes can really cost us the game. Southern's they're the defending champs, defending SWAT champs, so anything can really happen. They have great defense. These passes have to be sharp passes. You can't just lob it across. You can't, we don't want no mistakes, simple as that.
Wildcats with 10 turnovers in the contest. But thankfully, only 3 points off turnovers for Southern off of those 10 turnovers.
Yeah.
So they haven't been punished much.
Too much.
But
we still have 15 minutes left.
yeah. And Ontario Morris, 6 points, 3 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, but 3 turnovers. And Morris is out of the game in favor of Seneca Willoughby. 2 games. Manning to crossover Jones and got a foul called on Damari Jones.
You need to get a
That's his 3rd foul, Damari
third
Jones.
foul. Damari Jones, number 1.
Not in the act of shooting, just on the drive, so the Wildcats will get it in. Dr. Bradley just checked into the game, will control the ball. Fire it left-hand wing to Hetty. Down low, Ruzon. Couldn't get a shot up. Doc looking for to go into the lane. He does. He puts up a tough shot through a double team. No good. Rebound to Abdelgawad. Here comes Southern in transition. Once again, look at him. Down low, has the ball poked away on the entry pass, and Ruzon gets it to Doc. Doc across to Jacoby. Back to Doc. Again, he tried the alley-oop. Doc missed the ball, but did enough to tap and laid it up.
It's going to be a physical game.
So every time on these fast breaks, the Wildcats are going for the flashy alley-oop dunks, and they haven't.
Literally wrote down play basketball. We don't need nothing extra for this game.
It's not an exhibition game, guys.
Yes.
This counts in
that's fine.
The other team they played preseason when they were dunking all the time, I understand.
But every game counts now. If it's not for sure.
And one cashed in by Jacoby Hetty. 54-44, Cats back up by 10. Michael Jacobs just checked back in after starting the second half on the bench. He came in for Damari Jones, who's now got 4 fouls. Wirtz goes left, skip to the corner for McGee. McGee drives in, spins, and travels. He got past Bradley on a spin on the right baseline, but he took a little bit too many steps there.
Yes.
Wildcats by 10 and with the basketball. I like the lineup the Cats have on the floor right now with Seneca, Doc, Ruzon, Andrews, and Jacoby Hetty.
I said it was very balanced. You know, you have your defensive players and you have your offensive players.
Tyler Andrews yet to get off the mark in the second half. Guarded closely, top of the key, right-hand side to Jacoby. Hetty drives in, floater in the lane, tough shot, and a box out for the rebound by Joe Manning. Southern wants to push the pace into the hands of Jacobs. He takes a 3, no shot, offensive foul.
Ruzan is so happy right now. He's yelling, yes, yes. He's been trying to call that all game. It's exciting.
What they called the foul on, because the referees signaled the table for a foul with number 35, and number 35 is not on the floor. So I wonder who they called that foul on. I will wait till it comes across the stats page.
Oh, the head coach
if they called it on McGee, that's his 3rd.
No, isn't that his 4th?
No, it would be his 3rd, I think.
Nope, his 4th.
Now they're checking at the scorers table right now. The scorer, Lori, called the referee over and said, "Hey man, that number you signaled, he's not in the game." We have a media timeout here at the under 14-minute mark. 54-44, Wildcats by 10, and are doing enough right now to keep Southern at arm's length. But trying to play a little bit too, I don't know, do I want to use the word arrogantly a little bit, especially on offense?
That's a good word for that, because we know y'all are like that. We know you guys have a stacked team, but you also have to understand that a Southern is also like that as well, too. They're the defending champs. And you want to make sure that if you're going to play basketball, just play basketball. We know you guys have finesse. You've seen it multiple times on these past games. Let's just take it there, you know. Let's
defending regular season number 1, I want to clarify.
Yes, number 1.
If any Alabama State fans are listening and go, wait a minute, we won the championship last year.
You're right.
Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. Find the latest BCU gear online to the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on shop. What do you think I got this snazzy polo?
Hello.
So the Wildcats up by 10 on the ball. Let's see who they gave the foul to. They gave the foul to Abdelgawad, his 2nd personal.
He was on Ruzan, so that's probably why he was saying yes.
Wildcats with the ball up by 10. Jacoby Hetty across the time stripe with 14 minutes to go in the game. Seneca through a double team back to Jacoby Hetty. He drives into Abdelgawad, tries to shovel it to Doc, and Doc lost the ball. Quickly in transition, Manning got stopped by Seneca, down low to Jacobs. Jacobs against Andrews. Jacobs picks up his dribble, got to find somewhere to go with the basketball. Goes straight up, and Andrews does a really great job defensively straight up against the block.
Hands up.
Doc driving in on McGee, Euro step, push shot foul.
Yeah.
Didn't get the bucket, but he will go to the line. Nice little crafty move by Doc to do
Yeah,
that Euro on the baseline.
I think he was scared to travel as well, too, which is why he threw that ball up.
And I think, I don't know, nobody else really ran with him on that possession. He was kind of alone against 3 defenders.
But I don't think he knew that.
So he didn't have an option to pass the ball there. He kind of had to put up a wild shot. He's rewarded by going to the free throw line. Sinks the first one as it swirls around and down. Southern scoreless over the last 2:16, but the Wildcats haven't really punished that much. They are up 55-44. Rebound off a miss, and there's going to be a foul called on the Wildcats. No, it just went out of bounds, my apologies, Southern ball. So Doc not as great from the free throw line as he was on Saturday. He was perfect from the line. He's 2 for 4 today, up to 6 points.
They're trying to
Wildcats full court press. McGee works out of it, races up the front court. He's got a lane to the basket. Into the down low it goes Abdelgawad. Back out Manning. He tries a straight on 3. Got it.
That was a great way for them to do that. Southern was able to drive that bar farther.
And they want a review.
Southern?
I don't know. The referee immediately whistled for a review. That was a straight on 3. It swirled around and down. The only thing I could think they would review is if his foot was on the line to make it a 2-point shot. I'm trying to read the referee's lips from all the way up here in the catbird seat, all the way pressed against the back wall of the gym. So I'm not sure what they're reviewing here. Wildcats 55.
Coach is not happy.
They're reviewing for a potential flagrant foul here.
On who?
I don't know.
This is what we're finding out, so.
I think it's on the Wildcats, looking how Coach Theus is complaining.
Yeah.
Remember, on Saturday, Daniel Ruzon got ejected.
Yeah.
With less than 5 minutes to go for a flagrant penalty 2, because he threw an elbow.
Coaches.
It was inadvertent,
yeah,
and that's why he's not suspended.
Yeah, it was accident.
Well, because I think Coach Theus was making the elbow motion again, so we'll see if that is the case. Bethune-Cookman 55, Southern 47, and potentially more free throws plus the ball coming for Southern if this is indeed a flagrant foul. Our social media director, Jade, was sitting next to me with her laptop open with the SWAC TV feed. But,
Jade, where'd you go?
so I no longer have a monitor. Let's see if I can pull it up. But Sabrina, your thoughts on the start of this second half where the Wildcats are currently tied 11-11. Both have hit 4 baskets here in this second half.
Messy.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
been really, really messy lately. The first half of the quarter, they were able to hold everything down. Oh, my laptop's not charged, that's why it went off. But yeah, it's been chaotic, very messy. Nothing has been really uniform, I can say. As for the fast breaks into the dunks, we need to make sure that that's not, happening again. I want them to be extremely, extremely formal, extremely, okay, no flagrant call. Sorry, I had to
So
clear myself.
I'm looking at the review right now, and they didn't really show anything. So no flagrant.
Thank God. Know what that was.
So it'll be Wildcat ball, up 55-47. Southern has just kept finding big baskets every time the Wildcats think they might pull away.
Yeah.
And that doesn't bode well for a Wildcats team that has struggled down the stretch in games and barely closed out the last 2 victories.
They're going to run that play again where they have all their bigs at top and their guards on the bottom for some cookies.
Here we go. Seneca dribbles the ball up the floor. Double teamed, across goes to Hetty, and then back to Seneca. Seneca out high, gets double teamed and pressured. And the ball is tapped out of bounds by Manning. Southern has switched to an aggressive 2-3 zone here instead of playing man.
Yeah.
So the Wildcats are finding it hard to move the ball.
But this was the same 2-3 zone that was on the bottom where they had their post players on top. so they can block. Like basically the Twin Towers, and then they have their hands on the bottom. So we need to figure out that's what you're trying to break right now.
20 on the shot clock. Tyler Andrews to inbound right in front of his own bench. Wildcats up 55-47, going right to left here in this second half against Southern. Willoughby, pressured by McGee, tries to dribble around him without a screen, throws it back across to Bradley. Bradley picks up his dribble. Andrews double team, tries to throw it across to Seneca. He splits a double team, hands it off, run underneath, Ruzon, layup, no good, missed it short. Here comes Jacobs in transition off a long pass. Got his shot swatted by Bradley, rebound on the floor, dove on, it's gonna be a jump ball, possession arrow to BCU. Oh no, Southern got the ball on a timeout. No jump ball, so Southern will keep possession. Nice job by Bradley to run back and swat to Jacobs.
This has been a messy, messy, messy second half of the game.
Yep. Wildcats shooting just 4 of 10 in this second half. Southern 4 of 14. No rhythm to this game at all.
No, I think they're just trying to figure out how to stop each other.
And I think that favors Southern, to be perfectly honest.
Absolutely. That 3-2 defense that they do have at the top of the key, it has been denying our shots all game, every single time they run that play. Right now, I'm over here trying to figure out how are they able to break it, because they have Malik at the top, right in the middle, because he's still defending the post, but also up top defending that three-point line as well, too. I think the best thing they could do is run a motion, a double motion on each side and baseline. Have each team run baseline until they find somebody that's open. And it worked. It worked because they had Seneca drive down and dropped it off over to Daniel Ruzan, but it just missed it. So that double motion, they have to run it again if they run that one. Ooh, earring fell off, you guys.
Southern is going to have an inbound baseline under the basket that they attacked to listeners right after they got a timeout off a scramble play. And they're going to call another timeout as they couldn't get the ball in, and they're out of timeouts. So with 12:52 to go, Southern calls their final timeout of the game.
That was a mistake.
Massive.
Yes.
And so the inbounder, who was McGee, called the timeout, and his coach, Kevin Johnson, immediately went up to him, "What are you doing? That's our last timeout."
Honestly, I would have just hit it off of us and then for it to be out. That was the best thing to do. But using that last timeout, especially with 12 minutes left, it could be a really close game, and the coach wants to drop a play, he probably won't be able to unless he's stuck on the sideline.
12:52 to go. Wildcats 55, Southern 47. Southern has never led in the contest. No, correction, they led 24-23 with 9:04 to go first half.
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman has led the rest of the time, 97% of the ball game. Their largest lead was 11 points at 55-44 before 3. The last bucket in the game, by the way, was I think almost 3 minutes ago. Let me go back and look. 13. It was over 2.5 minutes ago with Joe Manning's three-pointer at the top of the game. And maybe about like 10 minutes of actual time because we had the review for the flagrant and then 2 timeouts by Southern.
This has been off. I think we have one left.
So the Wildcats have 3 timeouts left. They've only taken 1. But Southern has called all 4 of their timeouts.
Jeez.
The only timeouts that Southern's going to get are the media timeouts. So Southern's got to get it in now. They've changed the inbounder. It's now Jacobs instead of McGee.
Looking for a cross.
Jacobs looking to cross it. They do get it to Manning. Pulls up mid-court. Got it. 10 feet away on the baseline. That's an easy jumper. 55-49. 6-point game, Wildcats lead. Thrown into the front court for Jacoby Hattie. He sizes up Manning. Wildcats really slowing the game now down, trying to take the wind out of Southern sails. 13 on the shot clock. Hattie picks up his dribble, spins and finds Seneca. Willoughby across to Bradley. Bradley with 7. Bradley spins in, layup, front of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound got by Abdelgawad. Wildcats 0 for their last 5 from the floor.
Watch the switch.
Manning, kick out. Down low, Abdelgawad wide open for the layup.
Tell you, watch the switch. They're going to be running that play through Malik the entire rest of the 12.
7-0 run for Southern. 55-51 the Wildcats lead. Wouldn't be surprised if Bethune-Cookman takes a timeout here soon.
Yep. Bradley
dribbling left, hands to Jacoby Hattie. Hetty goes left against Manning to the baseline, got fouled.
Nice.
Blocking foul called on Manning, not in the act of shooting, so it'll be a baseline in for the Cats. Both teams have committed 4 fouls here in the first half, and we'll go to a media timeout. They'll get the under 11 here. I think there's been more standing around talking than basketball being played over the past about 10 minutes of real time. In game time, Wildcats are scoreless over the last 2 minutes. That has allowed Southern to go on a 7-0 run. How do the Wildcats respond and get back on their horse offensively? Even though they have 55 points, which is not nothing, it's been stop-start offensively, and especially when Southern's gone into this 2-3 zone, they've found it very difficult to attack and get to the paint.
Honestly, we have to run that motion play, but we also got to be wary about our shots. You know, even the shots that we're driving into the play, we need to ensure that they go in. If anything, make sure that when you drive in, you draw those fouls, they have to go in. It has to be smooth whenever you do draw fouls, because if not, it's going to be the same thing over again.
Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on X and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU men's basketball, follow at BCU Hoops on X and Instagram. Quick trip around the SWAC. Alabama State looking to close out Alcorn. They're up by 11 with 4.5 to go, 70-59. Prairie View A&M is pulling away from Arkansas Pine Bluff. 3 minutes to go in that game. Prairie View 67, Arkansas Pine Bluff 49. Still no score being reported from Florida A&M and Grambling State. I wonder if you can try and find a score for that.
Yeah, because my computer keeps going down. I might have to use my iPad on this one.
End of the first half, Texas Southern 39, Mississippi Valley 24, and Jackson State 31, Alabama A&M 29. Tight game there with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. And here it is Bethune-Cookman 55, Southern 51. Southern on a 7-0 run. The Wildcats have led by as many 11 at 55-44. It's been all Southern since then. Wildcats get the ball into Arterial Morris, tapped out of bounds after a double team on the left corner. And so the Wildcats will get it in again. 16 to shoot here with 11:42 left to play. Arterial for Quentin Hetty. He drives left to the lane. Gets his defender in the air, goes up and under, draws the contact, and he'll go to the free throw. Way to get back in the scoring groove is find your way to the free throw line. And Quentin Hetty will go there for his 3rd time tonight. 3 for 4 already with 9 points, so sinking one of these will get him into 10-point range. Jacoby Eddy's got 17. He got the first one, Quentin's now got 10. Tyler Andrews has 9, but all 9 in the first half. Morris has 6, Bradley has 6. Bruzon has 5 after scoring a game-high 15. 2 for 2 at the line for Quentin Hetty. Here we go. Southern with the ball. 11.5 to go, down 57-51. Manning to Abdelgawad at the top of the key. Land, spinning in the lane. Extra pass, Hetty. Hetty couldn't get through contact, and it's picked up by Abdelgawad. Here comes Southern. Double team down high, cross guarded by Q, under the basket, spins, goes up, got a tough shot to go. 2-point game, 57-55.
I said, going into the second half.
Timeout, Bethune-Cookman, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Wildcats being outscored 19-13 in the second half, and Southern is on a 12-2 run.
Who is going to make the least mistakes? And right now, Southern is making the least mistakes, you know what I mean? That last pass, I feel like it should have never went to Jacoby. Ariel should have just took it up and draw the foul right to him. Right now, they're running with great pace, running the plays. Baseline has been wide open every single time.
Wildcats 57, Southern 55. Southern has only led once at 24-23, and they led for just 24 seconds. Wildcats have led for 97.3 of this game, but their lead, which has been as much as 11 at 55-44, has been trimmed to just 2 at 57-55. 11-2 run for Southern. They've made 5 of their last 6 from the floor. The Wildcats have just made 1 of their last 6 from the floor.
Mike, this is what I was talking about, the turnovers.
And the only points the Wildcats have during this Southern run was from the free throw line.
And this is what we were talking about earlier, you know, being at arm's length away and then having the other team be able to catch up and then us being so.
Left-hand corner. Quentin Hetty fakes the up, drives, goes inside to Ariel Bland, kick out, Arteria Morris, right wing three, off the rim, no good. I'm not sure why Morris is taking those threes.
Needs to step in a little bit more.
Quick three the other way for Southern, left-hand wing, misses everything, did Ashton McGee, and it goes out of bounds, and the Origin crowd's gonna let him hear about it.
Ashton McGee's in the game with
Wow.
4 fouls.
Florida A&M is beating Grambling State 74-62
Wow.
with 5 minutes to go. Grambling, Florida A&M
Three
might
point-
be going 2-1 with their only loss to Bethune-Cookman.
I think honestly it's the 3-pointers that they've been shooting. They're really, really good at that line.
Media timeout.
Wow, this has been a start-stop game.
And I
Mike.
think that's working against the Wildcats because they
Yeah.
can never get into a flow.
No.
And because Southern's modus operandi is just drive, 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 it's not an offense you really need to get into a flow for.
Exactly. What happened to Flow State, y'all?
The Wildcats are hurting a ton right now. There is no BC without you. Show your support for Bethune-Cookman Athletics by joining the Wildcat Champions Club today. Help us building a championship culture here at Bethune-Cookman. You can donate and join at bcuathletics.com/champions-club. That's bcuathletics.com/champions-club. The Wildcats need points, being outscored 19-13 in the second half by the Southern Jaguars, who are currently on an 11-2 run over the last 340. The only points the Wildcats have during that span are from the free throw line.
Yeah.
They are 0 for their last 7.
What's going to be able to work for them right now? Mike, honestly, they're doing everything they can against Southern, but it's just the points are not falling. Nothing's falling when they're drawing to the line. The only thing that's been able to fall is those free throws that they've been able to get to when they get to the line. But even if we're drawing to the plate or driving to the paint itself, we need to ensure that everything goes. Because if not, it's just going to be a roundabout of turnovers. It might as well not have gone under.
Quick roundup of foul trouble. Damari Jones has 4 for Southern. Ashton McGee has 4 for Southern. Nobody else with more than 2. Quentin Hetty has 3 for the Wildcats. Jordan Johnson has 3. Nobody else with more than 2. 16 fouls on Southern. That means the Wildcats will be in the single bonus on their next foul. Wildcats with just 4 fouls here in the second half. And crucially, Southern does not have a timeout left. They called all 4 of their timeouts. The Wildcats have 2 timeouts left. It'll be Wildcat ball, the all black going right to left. Up by just 2, 57-55. They led by 11 at the 13:39 mark. And now at the 10-minute mark exactly, their lead is just 2. This is almost exactly the same as Grambling. At about the 10-minute mark of the second half, the Wildcats just fade away. Can they hang on again? Quentin Hetty. Oh, rips through beautifully, but can't finish the floater in the lane.
This is literally what I said.
Long pass outlet. Jacobs layup blocked by Seneca. Wildcats want to run. Here comes Jacoby Hetty. Flies in, layup, no good. Put back, also no good. Jacoby Hetty wanted goaltending, it's no good. Here's a floater on the other end, and it's good on the alley-oop. Tap in. Jacobs to Abdelgawad, tie game at 57. Jacoby Hetty wanted there to be a goaltending call. That is right, it's a 4-point swing. 57, all 9 minutes to go.
Take your time, Wildcats.
Wildcats down low, Ruzon gets body position and scores.
Just play basketball.
First Wildcat bucket in their last 10 attempts.
That was
a nice, simple basketball play, right? Ruzon got inside position, bounce pass to him down low by Seneca Willoughby, and just goes up and lays it in.
It's in my notes. I don't know if I have to underline it so they can get it in their heads and they can see it and they hear me. Play basketball. Just play fundamental basketball against Southern.
Yeah.
That's the only way that we're going to be able
And
to.
this rapid pace is really playing into Southern's hands.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
And you don't want them to speed up more than they used to do.
Southern with the ball down 2. Here's Damari Wiltz controlling against Andrews. To the top of the key, handoff Abdelgawad against Ruzon. Abdelgawad to his right to Manning. Manning driving in, under layup, no good. Tapped out all the way to the midcourt stripe. Quentin Hetty battling with Jacobs. It goes out of bounds. Wildcat ball on the baseline that they attack. Quentin Hetty and Michael Jacobs were running lockstep all the way down the floor, and finally Jacobs was the man that touched it last. It gives the ball to the Wildcats. Could be a crucial turnover there.
That was a very crucial one.
Wildcats got to cash it in, though. The Hetty brothers are the only Wildcats in double figures. 17 for Jacoby, 11 for Quentin.
Malik is out the game. They need to capitalize off of this ASAP.
Abdel Gawad goes out, probably saving all his strength for the last couple of minutes. Floated into Quentin Hetty. Goes in, puts it up and in, over Jones.
It's Malik. That's the reason why it's Malik.
Wildcats will run full court press. The ball comes into Jacobs, throws it back to Manning, still in the backcourt. Manning will have Jacoby Hetty fall off the pressure as he walks across the time stripe with 8:20 to go. Hands to the top to McGee, who just came in to replace Abdel Gawad. McGee to Jones. Oh, sorry, Jacobs. Jacobs against Seneca. Jacobs tries to split a double team and gets a foul called, probably against Seneca.
Yeah, it was Seneca.
That's Willoughby's first foul. Really nice job by Willoughby, playing 23 minutes in the game and only now 1 foul. And that's still not a bonus for Southern. Wildcats 2 fouls before they put Southern in the bonus.
Get McGee out the game. There's 2 players in the game right now with 4
fouls. McGee and Jones are both in.
And those are the best players right now. Get them out the game.
Seneca falls down. Easy entry pass to Jacobs. He rips through and scores with his right hand. 61-59.
Now that I know there's 8 minutes left, Mike, that's literally the offensive foul. I need something. Get them out the game.
Willoughby will walk across the time stripe. 7:50 to go. Now goes to his right around a stagger screen. Back to Quentin Hetty. He'll try to drive. Spinning in the lane. Puts up a shot. Got the foul. Hanging on the rim.
Wow.
No good. But that should be the 5th foul. Could be the 5th foul, depending on. No, they gave it to Barnes. They gave it to Barnes.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
they knew exactly what they were doing.
Put him in the 5th foul on McGee. It was him and Barnes. As we'll go to the under 8 media timeouts. Wildcats will go to the line with Quentin Hetty, looking to improve on a 2-point lead, 61-59.
They just checked Malik back in the game.
Yeah, they noticed that with him out of the game, the paint was more open for the Wildcats to attack. Support the Wildcats like never before. Bethune-Cookman Athletics has partnered with Influxer to bring you officially licensed, co-branded NIL merchandise featuring your favorite players' names and numbers. Proceeds from each purchase directly support Wildcat student athletes. Show your support for your favorite Wildcats today at bcuathletics.com/NIL merch. We never get a boring game at Moore Gym.
No.
It doesn't happen.
This is like the best job ever.
The problem is the Wildcats want there to be boring games because they've been up big in all 3 of their SWAC games now, and all 3 games are now going to come down to the wire.
I hate when it does because my blood pressure can't take no more. Still recovering from classic.
Malik Abdel Gawad has 17 on 6 of 12 from the 4, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 17 rebounds for Abdel Gawad.
Wow. 17?
17 and 17 for Abdel Gawad.
How much does Ruzan have? How many rebounds?
Ruzan has 3 rebounds. Wildcats have really spread the rebounding out. The most is Willoughby with 6.
17.
But nobody on the Southern team has more than 5 outside of Abdel Gawad. So he's like a Hoover vacuum, getting everything down there.
Get them
and
out.
now he's back in the game. Quentin Hetty, after this media timeout, will go to the free throw line. Wildcats by 2, 61-59, 7:44 to go in the game. All of Southern's games have been close in conference play. They beat Texas Southern 84-73. They lost to Prairie View 89-85. And their biggest loss was against Florida A&M, who they're up by 10 against Grambling State right now, as Quentin Hetty's first free throw is good.
Oh, he's a lefty. I didn't know that.
FAMU might be good. Who knows? They could be going 2-1 with their only loss to us. And
Not good enough for me.
Second good by Jacoby Hetty. 4-point game, 63-59. Wildcats need stops. They're going to go to full court press. Jacobs, 94 feet from the basket, will be face guarded by Arterio Morris. Morris doesn't allow Jacobs to get by him, but he does get in the front court. Handoff right-hand side to Jones. Jones attacking Andrews, gets in the paint, and scores over Ruzon. Andrews again being a little bit of defensive liability there. 63-61 Wildcats the lead, 7:20 to go. Arterio with not his best game today. Can he make up for it now with a big play? He controls the point. He's looking for Ruzon on the low block left-hand side against Abdelgawad. Ruzon with 8 to shoot, got the ball poked away, got it back, 7 to shoot, got the ball poked away again, and stolen by Abdelgawad. Just not paying attention with his back turned to Malik.
I don't like how this
A chance for Southern to tie or take the lead. 63-61. Joe Manning with the ball.
slowing the time down.
High post, here's Jones, retreats to the three-point line. Now Jones ducks it into Abdelgawad against Ruzon. Malik goes right, got the reach in against Ruzon. I agree, that's a little soft. That's second foul on Ruzon, and it's gonna be not quite the bonus yet. Next foul will be the bonus for Southern, so it'll be a baseline in. Both teams now in the single bonus with 6:38 to go. Handoff in the corner to Manning. He drives in, stops, kicks. Jones a straight on three, no good. Andrews taps the rebound, but right to Jones, who got fouled and will go to the free throw line to try and tie the game.
America, I don't like this game. I don't like where it's going right now.
Morris now has 4 fouls. No, sorry, 2 fouls. My apologies. I was looking at Johnson's stat line. Crucially, Quentin Hetty has 3 fouls too. 2 shots for Jones, who's a 66% shooter. First one, good.
This is the game.
First 3 seasons for Damari Jones at the University of Mobile in Alabama in the NAIA. Averaged 15.8 points his junior year, scored over 1,000 points for the Rams over 3 seasons. And he's at the line to try and tie the game. He doesn't. 63-62, Cats with a 1-point lead, 6.5 to go. Where is the offense gonna come from? Quentin Hetty going left. Into a triple team, lost the ball, it's another turnover.
Mike, I have nothing to say.
Jones at the free throw line, kicks out to Jacobs, who will slow it down. A chance to take the lead for Southern. The first time since 9:04 to go in the first half. Jones all the way in, got his defender in the air, which was Ruzon, got his legs taken out from under him, and he'll go to the free throw line. Almost got an and one too, as that one went off the rim. Ruzon's 3rd foul, and now Jacobs will have a chance to give Southern the lead from the line. A disaster of a second half for Bethune-Cookman, being outscored 26-19. You always knew that this was going to come back to bite us, how slow we've been and how, I'm going to say it, how bad we've been in second half.
It was a really, really bad second half, and I told myself, going back to the keys of the game, that turnovers have been killing us these last games. It happened with FAMU, it happened with Grambling, and it's happening now. We're always at an arm's length away, but every single time it hits that 10-minute mark, we give the other team time for us to get back, and it's so frustrating.
Jacobs, good, front iron, back iron down. Another 2-minute scoreless streak for the Wildcats going on right now. Wildcats 35% from the floor in the second half after going 50% in the first. To give Southern the lead, the second free throw by Jacobs is no good. Offensive rebound for Jacobs. He goes in, layup, hanging on the rim, and it's good.
He needs to play his starters back in.
65-63 Southern, their first lead since 9 minutes to go in the third, and some of the students are headed for the exits. They've seen enough. In the corner, Jacoby Hetty, he's got 17 of the game. He got fouled on an up fake in the corner again, and he's gonna go to the line for 3. Damari Jones, 5th foul, get him out of here. And now we'll see with that short bench for Southern, only 11 players available, and they've used all of them tonight. We'll see where they go.
That was a basketball IQ play right there, though.
Seneca is going to come in for the Wildcats eventually.
Man, McGee, you about to be out too.
They're going to bring in McGee, who also has 4 fouls. 3 shots.
Yeah, that was also really
Yes,
smart.
Seneca in for Anders. I think that's a great defensive switch.
Because Tyler was, I don't know what was going on. Offensively, he's been showing up, but this game, not right now.
Hetty, first free throw, good. Wow, it's only a 1-and-1. They say he wasn't in the act of shooting. I thought he was going to get 3 free throws there.
Yeah, me too.
So now here's only his second one of a 2-shot penalty. It's good. 19 points for Jacoby Hetty.
Need a hard press.
65 all. Wildcats will back off, and Manning walks across the time stripe with 5.5 to go. And the referee stops the game to admonish the DJ for trying to start the defense chant. Can't do that in the college game. You can do it in the NBA.
Yeah, not this one.
But you can't play extra sounds in the college game. Southern on the ball, 65 apiece, 5:24 to go. Sideline in, comes to Jacobs on the left wing side, guarded by Arterio Morris. Around the screen goes right, tries to throw it back to Malik. Now it goes into the paint with Jacobs, flying to the rim, no good, but a foul on an alley-oop attempt. They tried to throw it up to McGee, and he's going to go to the line.
That's on Ruzan. That's 4.
And that's 4 on Ruzan.
They're gonna try and get him out.
The last 3 fouls have all been on Daniel Ruzan for the Wildcats. He's gone from 1 to 4 in the span of about 2 minutes. And now McGee at the line.
Still have faith in our Wildcats.
The freshman from Laurel, Mississippi, and South Jones High School, Ashton McGee. First free throw good. Ranked in the top 100 high school prospects nationally and the number 3 prospect in Mississippi by ESPN and 24/7 Sports. He is a talent, McGee. Misses the second one. Southern by 1. Wildcats control the ball. 5 minutes to go. Morris over his head to Willoughby. Willoughby picks up his dribble, now double team, gets it to Morris. Back to Willoughby. Seneca in the corner. Jacoby, back to Seneca. Left wing 3. Too strong, offensive rebound Q. He goes up and scores.
More Gymnasium is going crazy right now.
Quentin Hetty up to 17.
Oh, they're doing 6-7!
Wildcats up 67-66. McGee fakes the 3. Left-hand side for Jacobs. Back to Manning. Manning backs up. Heels on the VCU logo. 4.5 to go. 10 on the shot clock. Manning against Ruzan. He'll take a straight on 3. Good. Ruzan wasn't in his face enough because he's scared of getting his 5th foul. 69-67. Stoppage of play.
Did they just call another foul on Ruzan?
I think they did.
Oh.
For what? The Wildcats were just walking the ball back down the floor.
No, I need a replay. I need a replay. Let me go one sec. This is crazy.
Wow.
For what?
That would be the second straight game where Ruzan has fouled out on something dumb.
But I don't think he did anything. That's what I'm saying. Okay, here goes the
With
replay.
less than 5 minutes to go. Well, they're going to show the replay of the dagger
replay
3
right here.
by Joe Manning. How clutch has Joe Manning been with his 3?
He didn't even get the replay. It wasn't even him. It wasn't him.
Well, the referees are at the monitor right now reviewing something. They called a foul on Ruzan. It would be his 5th. with the Wildcats now down 2 with 4:12 to go. We're going to get another replay here. Manning cans the 3. And I'm not sure what they're looking at. The Wildcats were walking the ball up the floor. Now we're looking at Ruzon in the paint, and that's when the referee stopped it. Unless he said something to the referee, I can't see what they're reviewing here. Anyway, that doesn't change the fact that Joe Manning has hit 2 ridiculously clutch three-pointers in his second half. That one gives Southern a 69-67 lead. With 4:12 to go, the Wildcats, what will they do when their back is against the wall?
I'm still trying to look at this replay to see what is it. I can't see nothing.
I'm just going to let them play it out.
Yeah.
Because we can't affect anything from up here, and we have no clue. How will the Wildcats respond to their backs being against the wall? This is the first time they've truly been pressured at home this season. A perfect 4-0 at home. Wins over Coastal Georgia and South Carolina State in non-conference play. Then wins against Florida A&M and Grambling State to start conference play.
If we beat Southern, the next time we see them, we'll be at playoffs because we don't go against them again.
We do not. Well, no, it'll be the last week of the season.
Yes, you're right.
It's the second to last game of the season before we end the year at Florida A&M. So it's a long time before these two teams will see each other again. A lot of basketball to be played this season, but this would be a huge scalp for Southern to beat the preseason favorites on their home floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Ruzon is still in the game. It doesn't look like they've done anything. So the Wildcats will have the ball. Down 2, 4:10 to go. Willoughby controlled across to Morris. On the left wing side, double team. Uses his dribble. Across Ruzon in the corner to Jacoby. Jacoby trapped back to Ruzon. He picks up a long 2. Got it.
Thank you.
Ties the game at 69. Ruzon up to 9 points.
Both teams are walking buckets. I can honestly say that.
McGee hands to Abdelgawad, top of the key against Ruzon, who's got 4 fouls. Abdelgawad goes left, pulls up, mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, and a block by Jacoby Hetty. Another chance for Southern. Flying in is McGee off a handoff, and he lays it in. 71-69 Southern. Again, offensive rebounding. 15 offensive rebounds for Southern in the game. And 19 second chance points, and Quentin Hetty is hurt. He's hurt, he's got the ball, he's gonna try and play through it. Back to Arterio. Seneca. Ruzon on a weave action, now Jacoby. Stagger screen up top. Willoughby in the corner. Arterio drives, layup good.
Finally playing just basketball.
71-71. Bethune-Cookman uses the first of their 2 remaining timeouts, I think to get Quentin Hetty off the floor because he is clearly hobbling.
Yeah. But it's been a difference on the offense as well with the Wildcats once they started playing fundamental basketball. When they really just started to take the finesse out of it and play what you know.
Nice drive on the left baseline that last time down the floor by Arterio Morris. Just uses his shoulders, makes space, gets the layup. Next week, it's a road trip to Mississippi Valley State a week from on Saturday, and then a week from today at Arkansas Pine Bluff, who did fall today to Prairie View A&M 73-61. So that's Prairie View's first conference loss, but still going to be a tough game with Queon Williams playing like an all-star. Alabama State defeats Alcorn 81-66. That's a final. Texas Southern way up on Mississippi Valley, 54-31 in the second half. Jackson State trails Alabama A&M, 42-40. Just started the second half there.
It's going to be a tough game for them as well, too.
Next home games for the Wildcats is the week of the 24th. The 22nd for women, the 24th for both, and the 26th for just the men. End of the month. Southern gets the ball in. Jacobs, top of the key, averaging 21. He's got 18 right now. Abdelgawad's got 17 and Manning 14. The big three for Southern doing work tonight. Jacobs around to Manning, screen stays at the top of the key. 2:45 to go. Jacobs looking at Doc. Now driving in, layup, no good. Rebound, Abdelgawad again with an offensive rebound. Put back, no good, but a foul. Oh my goodness. Malik Abdelgawad is maybe about to have a 20-20 night.
He sees the court clearly.
Unbelievable. The Wildcats have been out-rebounded on the offensive glass now 17-7.
By just him.
Pretty much by just him. And he's been brilliant at the free throw line too. Gets another one.
That's a skilled player.
6 of 8. Now 18 points, 18 rebounds for Abdelgawad. Ridiculous stuff. He only had 4 points on Saturday against Florida A&M. He's got 19 now as that second free throw is good to give Southern a 73-70 lead.
I wonder who his matchup was for that game.
Not sure. Wildcats with the ball down 2. Morris looking. Bradley's in the game. Morris goes to the corner, has the ball turned over. Barnes got it away from him. A chance for a 2-score lead for Southern with 2:15 to go. That could be a massive turnover, the 4th of the game for Arterio Morris.
Watch the baseline.
Abdelgawad top of the key. Left to Jacobs. Jacobs stops. Left-hand side, here's McGee driving in. Abdelgawad, blocking foul, no shot. It'll be 2 free throws as they're gonna get Jacoby Hetty for a block underneath on Abdelgawad. He thinks there should have been continuation and an and-one opportunity. The foul's gonna go on Seneca, which...
Oh, they called his first. They called his first.
So Abdelgawad,
back at the line again.
whose season high in points was 21 against Texas State, but he's blown away his season high in rebounds, which was 12 back on the 1st of December against Louisiana Christian.
This is a really tough game for me because my Eagles lost yesterday, so my hope is in this right now.
But the Wildcats on the ropes. They're woozy. They've taken so many punches, and now they're about to be down by 2 scores for the first time in the ballgame. First free throw from Abdelgawad. He leans in and flicks it up. Good. He's got that weird motion with those really long arms that brings the ball way above his head and just kind of flicks it. Tyler Andrews is going to come in for his 3-point shot. Willoughby goes out.
So they know.
Andrews has 9, 3 of 6 from 3-point land, but hasn't hit one since the first half.
Manning is already calling out that Tyler's going to be the one to shoot.
To make it a 4-point game, good. 75-71, 156 to go. Southern is outscoring the Wildcats 38-27 in the second half. Morris. Across, Hetty, a left wing 3, no good, defensive rebound.
And they're slowing the game down.
Yep, Wildcats need a stop now. Manning. Morris trying to get a turnover. Manning drives past Morris. Stops and turns away, draining time off the clock.
They're playing ring around the rosy.
Back to Jacobs. 10 on the shot clock. Jacobs against Bradley. Bradley tries to force a turnover. Jacobs keeps possession. Drives in, kicks out. Manning, left-hand side. Inside, steps in for a 2, no good. Rebound, Jacoby Hetty. Wildcats need a bucket, and they need it now. Jacoby trying to go coast to coast. Layup, got it. Went up and under for the layup. 2-point game. Timeout Wildcats. They used their last timeout with 1:02 to go.
That was a good
Down
timeout.
by 2, 75-73.
That was a good use of the timeout right now.
Jacoby Hetty up to 21 points. Jacoby Hetty, 21 points tonight for the senior out of Chicago.
Quinton is checking back in.
His season best is 23 in a blowout loss to St. Louis in December.
at the edge of my seat right now, Mike. It's the first game where I haven't really said much and just been trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected. This is two of the best teams in the SWAC right now. Defensive-wise, they have been beating us, tearing up us like crazy. And it's this post at the top, guard at the bottom, three-man trap that they've been running the entire game that has been beating us.
Too many turnovers. The
And
Wildcats
also
have
that
turned
as
the
well.
ball over 15 times in the game. And 14 of those are steals.
Yeah.
Only one unforced error. (75-73), Southern leads with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Both teams in the bonus. Wildcats in the single bonus, Southern in the double bonus because the Wildcats have 10 fouls. The crowd that has stayed here at Moore Gym, some have gone back home or back to their dorms for the night. They've seen enough.
Shouldn't have been that.
But the crowd that has stayed is going to try and cheer the Wildcats on and remain undefeated in the SWAC. Jacoby Hetty, 21. Quentin Hetty, 17 on the Southern side. Abdelgawad, 21. Manning, 14. Jacobs, 18. It's been the night of the superstars. Abdelgawad also has 18 rebounds to go with his 21 points and is 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Southern will have the ball. Baseline in, going left to right in the all light blue, 1:02 ago. Go. PA announcer Larry tries to get the Wildcats fired up. Southern gets the ball in, full court press for the Cats. Manning against Morris, one-on-one. 5 to get it across, he does. Blows by him.
Watch baseline.
Manning gets past Morris. Stopped by Ruzon. Back his head. Abdelgawad back to Manning, 12 to shoot.
We need a three-pointer.
Manning driving into the lane, stopping. On
Yeah, the other time.
on Saturday have a really bad injury, and hopefully Joe Manning is able to get back up.
You got Tyler back in the game. 35.4 seconds left, Mike.
Wildcats
You need a
down
three-pointer.
by 2. We got bucket gators on the floor. Andrews for his three-point shot. Hetty's got 21 tonight. Dr. Bradley can get to the rim if he needs to.
Yes.
Arterio will run the point. Southern will play some full court press here. Thrown into Bradley. Across to Hetty. Still in the backcourt with Morris. Arterio, stagger screen at the top. Back to Bradley. 25 seconds left. Bradley driving in. Jump stop. Tried to get it to Ruzon. It's loose. It's a jump ball. BCU has the possession arrow. They'll get another chance at it with 19 seconds to go. Bradley tried to get through a double team by himself. Almost coughed up the ball. Andrews will be the gunner on the baseline. To Hetty, had the ball tapped out of his hands in the corner by A.J. Barnes. No time came off the clock there. Maybe a half a second. 18 seconds left on the clock. Wildcats down by 2, 75-73. Moore Gym to its feet. Can they roar the Wildcats to another improbable win? Ruzon out high. Morris, 10 seconds. Morris driving left into a double team, back to Ruzon. He drives in, he throws the ball out of bounds with 8.6 to go. He was looking for the kick out to Bradley and threw it into the second row. And now the Wildcats need to foul quick. The ball goes into Jacobs and they foul him with 7.6 seconds left, and that, Sabrina, is probably the game. Another turnover, 17 on the night for the Wildcats. Only the second one that wasn't a steal, and now the fans will leave in droves. Wow. Defense. The Wildcats never got a paint touch.
No, not at all. And that's what beat us today. I said this in my keys to the game. Their defense is impeccable. It's impeccable. We were not able to penetrate the paint not once.
And now we need missed free throws from Jacobs, who's 6 of 9. Wildcats out of timeout, 7.6 seconds left. Here comes the first free throw. Good, 3-point game. They need him to miss this one. 76-73. If he misses this one, it's probably gonna go to Tyler Andrews for a 3 to try and tie it. Good, the dagger. 7 seconds left, Morris racing up the floor. He hands it back to Andrews. His three-pointer, no good, and that's it. Southern comes to more gym, and off a 41-29 second half, stuns Bethune-Cookman, and the Wildcats only have themselves to blame for a poor second half performance.
I'll let you know right now, Mike, it won't happen again. I'll tell you that much right now. I think this game was the game that woke up the Wildcats on being able to have all of these turnovers multiple times. This is the third game that this has happened. FAMU, Grambling, and now Southern. This was the way, and I hope and pray that this was the wake-up call, because we were up by over 10 points. I can say that for sure. Over 10 points.
11 points with 13:39 to go and end up losing.
Allowed Southern to come back. Allowed them to drive into the paint. But I also have to give it up for Southern's defense. It was impeccable tonight. It had to be. So now when we see them again, hopefully they remember their style of playing. When it comes to next game, I hope not every game come after that because of how this game went, they're able to keep the teams at arm length away and not being able to have those turnovers. I said this in the beginning of the game. Turnovers, their defense, all of this needs to be under control.
For the third time this season, the Wildcats have a double-digit lead in the second half and lose. It happened twice at the Sunshine Slam to Jacksonville and Stony Brook, and now it's happened to Southern. In all 3 conference games, they've been up by double digits in the second half and only won by single digits in close games, and it came back to bite them tonight.
Bite them.
Southern wins 77-73. Here are your final scoring totals. First for Bethune-Cookman, a great game from the Hetty brothers.
Yes.
Jacoby Hetty, 21 points on 6 of 13 shooting. 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Perfect from the free throw line, 8 of 8. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Quentin Hetty, 17 points, a season high for him. 5 of 9 from the floor, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 8 rebounds, that's a team high. 1 assist, 2 blocks. Daniel Ruzon, 9 points, 4 of 6 from the floor, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks. Tyler Andrews, 9 points, 3 of 7 from the floor, all from 3, all in the first half. Morris, not a great game for Arterio Morris. 8 points, 4 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3 on 2 really bad shots that he shouldn't have taken. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers.
This was still a really good game for them, though.
Dr. Bradley only played 16 minutes tonight, played 18 minutes in his first game of the season on Saturday. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. I wish that he'd see more of the floor.
Yeah, I think that really would have helped us defense-wise.
Yeah, Seneca, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, just hit that 1-3, his first bucket in 3 games. He had 6 rebounds and 3 assists for Seneca Willoughby. For Southern, Malik Abdelgawad, have a game, young man.
Wow, what a great game.
21 points, 6 of 13 from the floor, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, and 18 rebounds. A double-double of 21 and 18.
Wow.
Ridiculous. 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block for Abdelgawad. Michael Jacobs, as advertised, below his season average, but still got 20 points off 6 of 16, 8 of 11 for the free throw line, including those 2 dagger free throws to ice the game at the end to make it a 4-point game. 3 out of 4 from the, 8 of 11 from the line for Jacobs. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Manning, massive. 4 of 11 from the floor, but 3 out of 4 from 3, including 2 massive ones. The one that gave Southern the lead that they would not relinquish right at the end of the game was massive. He also had a rebound and 2 assists. Jones had 9 points and fouled out on 4 of 5 shooting. Oshiotti had 6 points, had 2 threes early on in the game, but cooled off after that. McGee had 5, Hardy had just 2. Team stats look like this. But Southern out-rebounded Bethune-Cookman 41-37 and 17-8 on the offensive glass. Second chance points 21-4 in favor of the Jaguars. There's your game right there. 21-4, second chance points. We're not able to get a rebound. How many times did Southern have 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities on offense because the Wildcats couldn't get a rebound? Wildcats had more assists, 12-9, but they turned the ball over 16 times to Southern's 10. Points off turnovers, 11 for both sides. Jags had 14 steals. Bethune-Cookman had just 4. Fast break points, 15-6 in favor of the Wildcats. Blocks, 7-2 in favor of the Wildcats. But I'm going to say it again, 21 second chance points on 17 offensive rebounds for Southern tonight. The Wildcats could not get on the glass, and that was their undoing. Shooting splits look like this. Southern goes 37%, 25 of 66 from the floor, 31% from 3, 5 of 16, and 73.3% from the free throw line, 22 of 30. 30 free throws as well for Southern. They just out-muscled us all game long. And for Bethune-Cookman, they shot 46% from the floor, 25 of 54, but they had 54 shots to to Southern's 66. They got outshot by 12, and that's the turnovers right there. The turnovers and the second chance opportunities. They were 17 of 21 from the free throw line, 81%. They shot a really high volume, but they couldn't get out of their own way. Couldn't create second chance opportunities. Couldn't stop turning the ball over. Couldn't keep Southern from their second chance opportunities. The Wildcats had a 44-36 lead at halftime. They led 55-44, their largest lead of the night, with 13:39 to go. I want to check how much we got outscored by at the end of the game. I will get that for you real quick. So our largest lead was 55-44. So since that time, 55-44, we got outscored 33-19 by Southern down the stretch. At home, that can't happen.
It cannot happen.
Southern improves to 6-11 overall, 2-2 in the SWAC. The Wildcats fall to 5-11 overall, 2-1 in the SWAC. So they have the exact identical record through 16 games played this season. The Wildcats will next be on the court on next Saturday as they'll play Mississippi Valley State in Itabena. Southern's next game is hosting Grambling State on the 17th. That's a midweek game against Grambling State. Quick rundown around the SWAC of the games tonight. Alabama State 81, Alcorn 66. Arkansas Pine Bluff loses their first game of the season, 73-61 to Prairie View A&M, who wins their first. It is currently 5 minutes to go in the second half. A 30-point lead for Texas Southern over Mississippi Valley, 71-41, and 12 minutes to go in the second half. Alabama State is starting to pull away from Jackson State, 64-49. The final score of Florida A&M and Grambling. Florida A&M 91-84 winners over Grambling State.
Wow.
Wow. So Florida A&M goes 2-1 in their first 3 games.
They might be tough this year.
That'll do it for 6 straight home games here at Moore Gymnasium. We get a little break, a week off as both basketball teams go on the road, but still tune into Hail Wildcats Radio Podcast where we'll be breaking down everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics. We got tennis restarting this week. Track and field was in action this week as well. That's another month and a half away. I'm not even worried about baseball and softball right now. Once again, the final score, Bethune-Cookman loses their first conference game of the year at home. They lose by 4, 77-74. Got outscored 33-19 in the last 13 minutes of the contest. For Sabrina Petit-Holm and our entire Wildcat crew here at Moore Gymnasium, my name is Michael Trello. Thank you so much for following our radio broadcast this week. We will return in sound and vision the next time the Wildcats are at home. That is the 22nd of January as the women play Alcorn State. We'll see you then, and Hail Wildcats.